In 1990, the Victorian Football League changed its name to the Australian Football League, and consequently this tape is the 1990 AFL Grand Final. This Grand Final was played at the Melbourne Cricket Ground on the 6th of October 1990 between Collingwood and Essendon. The teams: Collingwood, backs Richardson, Christian, Gaffer, half-backs Morwood, Kelly, Crossica, centres Mullane, Shaw, Wright, half-forwards Banks, Manson, Barwick, forwards Russell, Brown, Dacos, followers Monkhorst and McGuane, Rover Francis, interchange Turner and Starkovich. Essendon, backs Thompson, A. Danaher, Hamilton, half-backs Grenvold, T. Danaher, O'Donnell, centres Anderson, Kickett, Long, half-forwards Harvey, Vanderhaar, Cransburg, forwards Izard, Salmon and Spawn, followers Madden and Watson, Rover Buick, interchange C. Danaher and Somerville. Last minute team changes: Collingwood, out Richardson shoulder, in Kerrison. Essendon, no changes to selected side. Weather, fine, with a light breeze favouring one end. Umpires, R. Sawyers and D. Rich. Crowd, 98,944.
Upset in the goal square.
Grand final underway at the MCG. Centre bounce. Up goes Manson. Knocks it down towards Francis. Grenvold came through. I think Francis may have been his target, but he missed. Dacos on the ground. The first kick goes to Kerrison. Up towards the half-forward line. The ball's crossed behind Monkhorst. It's bouncing towards goal, but it's been touched, I'd say. Yes, it has been touched. Collingwood gets the first score in the grand final. It took only 25 seconds, and Crackers, your mail was spot on because Grenvold charged through that centre bounce and just missed Tony Francis.
It's not over yet, Peter.
Almost a remarkable start as that ball was touched by the pack which flew for it. For a moment I thought it might have been a goal. Anthony Danaher out to the members' side. Brown from behind. Kelly up there as well in the attacking half, although he lined up at half-back. In goes Brown, wins the ball. He's buried, pushed in the back by Peter Cransburg. It's Brown's free. Out on the half-forward flank. He's well outside 50 and too far to score. But he can set something up for the Magpies. He centres. It'll land about 30 metres out from goal. Terry Danaher up. Manson as well. Neither can mark. Tony Shaw. Kick smothered brilliantly by the Essendon defence. Izard fists it out towards the pocket. Chris Danaher takes possession. With the left boot clears. Vanderhaar in front of Kelly. Good spoil by the Collingwood man. But straight to Bomber Thompson. Runs into a wall. Hand pass off to Kickett. His kick under pressure doesn't go far. Taken by Kelly. Hand pass to Kerrison. Short pass is very good. And finds Russell 65 metres out.
About a kick and a half out. Russell now goes for the long one. It's going to land about 20 metres out. Monkhorst. 3-on-1. The ball spills to Bomber Thompson. Tackled by Francis. Loose ball knocked by Krasiska. Grenvold is there. He's grabbed and will take the free kick for the Bombers at centre half back at the Punt Road goal. The Magpies have the breeze in the first term. They lead by 1-0. 2 minutes in the first quarter at a sunny MCG. The kick there by Grenvold up towards the centre. Kelly punches again for the second time away from Vanderhaar. Coming down is McGuane. He'll get the free kick, or was the advantage played? Well, Tony Shaw has kicked the ball down the field, but advantage wasn't paid. And the free kick for the tackle, illegal tackle, will go to Mick McGuane of Collingwood on the attacking side of the centre. The lead there from Barwick in towards centre half forward. They rehearsed this on Thursday night. It comes to Dougie on the bounce. He's this way, that away. Handball's further away from goal to Mullane. Mullane's on the point of the square. Goes long to Monkhorst at full forward. All shoving in the pack. And there was shoving. It'll go against Monkhorst, who appeal for the free kick. It'll be taken by Simon Madden at the full-back position for the Bombers, Essendon.
All Collingwood in the first 2 3/4 minutes, but no result yet apart from a behind. A hand pass to Izard, a kick towards Anderson, too far for him. Mullane shields Anderson from the ball and watches it over the boundary line. So a throw in between the southern wing and Collingwood's half-forward flank. Collingwood one behind, Essendon yet to go into attack. Madden uncontested, but straight down to Mullane. Hand pass to Francis, inaccurate. Well met by Anderson. Good hip and shoulder. Picked up by Long. He's smothered, can't get a kick. Picked up by Kerrison for Collingwood. Puts the Woods into attack. Brown from behind, couldn't mark. At the back, Anthony Danaher fumbles. Monkhorst a chance. goal off direction. Oh, could have been a big moment for him, Crackers. Collingwood 2 behinds. Essendon yet to score after 3.5.
Needed that goal, but he settled in all right, the big fella. He's very, very stirred up. Only a young ruckman, first taste of a grand final ever.
The kick in from the Punt Road goal after that Monkhorst behind off his left boot by Anthony Danaher can kick a long way. Will he go long or will he go short? He comes out towards our broadcast side. Well, it's almost straight up the middle. Looking there for Kickett. McGuan in front. The ball just held up in the breeze. So the breeze is a factor. And McGuan was in front of Kranzberg and has taken the mark. About 75 metres out from goal. The lead from Gavin Brown, but they've got him pretty well covered this time. McGuan goes long with a torp. It's a beauty. Up goes Monkhorst. The mark is taken well there by Anthony Danaher, who kept his eye on the oncoming ball. Monkhorst almost infringed anyway, and Anthony Danaher's taken a mark at full-back and plays on.
Almost 4.5 minutes. Collingwood can't find the way home. McGuan marks again, a beauty in front of the pack from the Danaher kick. 65 out, plays on, gone, well tackled by Harvey. Picked up by Shaw, hand pass to Morwood. Up in attack, fumbles, unusual for Morwood. Ball knocked clear by Hamilton. In goes Shaw and Kickett. Hamilton again at it, tackled, dispossessed, penalised. Sudden death from Dennis Rich. Collingwood free kick to Morwood, 70 metres out on the half-forward flank.
Almost 5 minutes in the grand final. The Magpies lead by 2 points to 0. There's a bit of a wrestle on to the side of play, but the umpire waves Morwood on, so play underway. Up towards Monkhorst. He's marked. Damien Monkhorst is marked 45 metres out from goal. The Magpies kicking to the Punt Road goal. He's about 10 metres in from the boundary. Now, Crackers, we never talk about Damien Monkhorst in shooting for goal. We always talk about big James Manson.
He can kick this. He's a very good kick, actually, Damien. I just hope the nerves haven't got him.
45 metres out from goal. Damien Monkhorst for Collingwood's first in the grand final. It won't be a goal. It slides off his boot. It's going to land up towards Manson. Off the pack, Dacos running the wrong way. Being harassed by O'Donnell. Dacos hand pass to Krasiska, but it's picked up by O'Donnell. Kicks the ball outside 50. Beneath Bay 13. Oh, it's tough out there. Picked up by Izzard of Essendon. From half back out towards the wing. And the mark has been taken by Timmy Watson on the defensive side of the wing.
The lane ran very hard at Vanderhaar. Watson a hand pass on to Long, who has to clean it up, but does well. With the left boot across ground towards Kickett and Thompson. Thompson takes the mark. Almost in the centre circle, and the Bombers about to mount their first attack. He kicks into half forward. The target is Hamilton up from defence. He almost juggles the mark. He's been paid. At the 50, running with the flight of the ball. Krasiska right on him, but Hamilton juggled it long enough to get umpire Rich's nod of approval. Now Salmon lurks. Christian looks at him, face on. Salmon tries to shake him off and then calls for it long. It's a poor kick. Salmon late marks. He got 5 metres on Christian. And Salmon is only 30 metres out directly in front. And so against the trend of the first 6 minutes, the Bombers should kick the first goal of the grand final. Collingwood attacking non-stop for 6 minutes for just 2 behinds. And now Salmon, in his second grand final only, he kicked 6-8 in 1985. Kicks to the scoreboard goal. It's close. It's a goal. The Dons have the first. And a psychological blow for Essendon after Collingwood did so much attacking for no reward. Essendon 1 goal, Collingwood 2 behinds after 7 minutes. Stan Alves.
Well summed up, Tim. Yes, really a psychological one. For 7 minutes, they really just chased Essendon and Collingwood. I thought were just blazing from too far out. A factor already is the fact that players are waiting back for the big long kick. The breeze is making it drop short, and the man in front are taking chest marks.
From the centre bounce, it's a very high one. Up goes Manson, but Madden knocks the ball up towards centre half forward. Oh, Morwood's fumbling today. Good play by Long. Long's hand pass to Thompson. Beautiful tackle by Kelly. Loose ball on Essendon's 50. Fresh air shot by Kerrison. Tried to kick the ball out of defence. Picked up there by Izzard. Kicks up towards the centre. Harvey gets a high bounce. Waits for it on his left boot. Goes long in towards goal. Down towards Buick. One grab, but not the second. Picked up by Wright of Collingwood near the cricketer's gate. Handballed across to McGuan. Outside 50. McGuan's tick on his left boot to Tony Shaw. Cleverly knocks it out towards Francis on the half-back line. Francis kicked to Manson. Oh, it beats him. It was a half-body one. It spun away from him. O'Donnell scoops the ball out towards Hamilton on the members' wing. But there'll be a boundary throw in. One would expect that probably the more finalist experience of Essendon, that they would settle down a bit better earlier. early. 8.5 minutes in the first term. Knocked down by Manson. The further knock on this time by Madden, his opponent. Kickett can't pick it up, so he knocks it. Good tackle on Kelly. Hand pass to Dacos. Dacos up towards centre half forward. Off the pack. Hamilton one-hander, not good enough. Picked up by Grenvold, who clears the ball to Madden. But intercepting is Manson on the wing. Searching for someone to hand pass to going past, but no one did. He goes in towards Barwick at centre half forward, and Dougie's marked on 50. He's got the breeze behind him. And on Thursday night at Victoria Park, in front of 12,000 adoring fans, he had about 25 shots from this distance and kicked just about all of them.
He'll bring the house down if he kicks this.
Essendon 1 goal. Collingwood 2 behinds, 2 points. Almost directly in front. At centre half forward, we got kicked from 55 metres out. He's had a couple of steps forward and he goes back. Now he comes in. A little bit of a hop as he comes in. Drop punch for goal. It's coming back. It won't be a goal. It'll land a few metres short. And Terry Danaher has taken a beauty in front of the pack in the goal square for the Bombers.
Thinks about it, switches. He was going to go to the southern side and changes his mind. From the very last line, takes a long time about it. He's got Van der Haar out on the half-back flank. That's where he goes. Manson there and Kelly. Oh, the Dutchman in front. A beauty. Tommy Hafey. I've liked their coolness so far. Essendon.
Yes, they've been excellent so far, but it's good. You've got to be in front because the wind is dropping the ball, as Stan made mention. That was another classic example of exactly that.
Kick to the wing. No one able to mark it. McGuan over the ball. Morwood into lend a hand. Knocks it towards Russell. Hemmed in on the boundary line. Nowhere to go. And a throw in right in front of us. In the ABC radio commentary box, broadcasting to you around Australia and on Radio Australia around the world. In ruck, Manson a two-hander down to Russell. Kicks to half forward, Dacos. O'Donnell his opponent. The hand pass from Dacos too quick for Barwick. And O'Donnell snatched it. Kicks towards his captain Watson in the centre. Shrugs a tackle beautifully. Goes towards Salmon and Buick. Salmon and Christian wrestle each other to the ground. Christian recovers best. Runs onto his left boot. In front of the members, kicks out towards the wing. Manson versus Kransberg. They wrestle each other to the ground. Russell tries to keep it in play but can't. A throw in on the wing. 10 3/4 minutes into the grand final. Essendon 1 goal, Collingwood 2 behinds.
The boundary throw in right in front of our broadcast position. Up they go, Madden and Manson. Madden down towards Bomber Thompson. On the crest, he waves to pass through, but he was tripped. And he kicked the ball about 15 metres along the ground. He was tripped, Bomber Thompson, as he kicked it. And he's got the free kick between centre and wing. Essendon 1 goal, Collingwood 2 behinds, 2 points in the 1990 AFL Grand Final. Van der Haar lurking at centre half forward. Kelly going to punch every time he can. Up goes Banks from the side and takes a very good mark at centre half back. Players running off him everywhere. Has 3 options. Goes out to Gafer with a hand pass. Gafer onto Mullane. Left foot kick up towards the centre. No one there except Bomber Thompson. Mark Thompson of Essendon. Another very bad kick, but luckily goes to Buick. Buick's left foot kicking towards centre half forward. Oh, out comes right. Hip and shoulder on Salmon. Probably right worse off for that. Picked up by Christian. Handball across to Tony Shaw. Tony Shaw to Manson out on the half back line. Battling there with Madden. Loose ball comes down towards Buick. Buick's hand pass to Van der Haar. Van der Haar, a centering kick towards Salmon at centre half forward. He's backed again. He's too good so far for Christian. He left Christian in his wake the first time when he marked at centre half forward and kicked a goal. And that time the ball holding up in the breeze again. It was quite noticeable. It was a high ball, by the way. And Christian was about 1.5 metres behind and had no hope. Salmon is marked at centre half forward. He's only 45 metres out directly in front. The Magpies have the breeze in this first term. And the flag's on top of the scoreboard, quite stiff. The breeze coming from the south, so it could be just slightly across the ground. Salmon, 40 out, right in front. Drop punch for goal and has missed that one. Not the jubilation about his body language that time. Essendon 1-1-7 and Collingwood 2 behinds, nearly 13 minutes, first quarter of the grand final.
Score's hard to come by. Ball back in the crowd. Crackers, how do you see it?
I would start to think about Mick Christian off him, but I don't know who you could go for him. Maybe Kelly, but real concern down there, just the way he's dominating that position.
Too Salmon conscious, not running at the ball, perhaps?
Well, yes, you've been worried about him all week.
Ball back into play from Banks, out to the southern half-back flank. Manson front position, good chest mark. Simon Madden arriving late. Hand pass Manson to the late inclusion Kerrison. In for Richardson if you've just joined us. Kerrison's kick was smothered brilliantly. In goes Chris Danaher. Wins the ball. Hand pass to Izard. High hand pass to nobody in particular. Kick it in there. So's Watson. And the skipper goes onto the left boot. Swings back onto the right. Kicks a high ball up and down on the one spot. Tries to mark it himself. It falls to Russell. Clearing kick for Collingwood out to the wing. Manson's everywhere. Gives a hand pass to Mullane, who props. Gets around Kranzberg. Goes short to McGuan. Big possession winner so far. Tackled. Hand pass over his head. But he couldn't keep the ball in play. And there'll be a throw-in on the wing on the southern side. 14 minutes gone. Essendon 7, Collingwood 2.
Monkhorst off and Starcevic to a forward pocket. The boundary throw-in knocked down by Madden, a beauty. Gains about 10 or 15 metres, but picked up and dropped by Mullane, a fit of the fumbles. He's been crashed to the ground, Mullane, or what? No, it's an Essendon free kick. It's going to Anderson.
Kelly to pull back on Salmon. Christian out to centre half back on Vanderhaar.
Okay, the ball being handballed across to Kranzberg by Anderson. So Kranzberg's got the free kick. Something close in happened that time. Didn't pick it up. Up goes Kelly at centre half back. Can't mark. He's on the ground. Will he get the ball out to someone? No, he hasn't. And there's going to be a Collingwood free kick. Pushing it back to Kelly at centre half back.
Kelly showed his intentions. He left Salmon with no one within 40 metres of him in the goal square as he attacked that ball and almost marked it. But if it had been crumbed by Essendon and kicked goalward, Collingwood were hopeless. Kelly just inside the defensive 50. 15 minutes gone. Essendon 1-1, Collingwood 2 behinds. Essendon cooler in the early part. Kelly's low kick to the wing. Spills to Vanderhaar. Call from Buick. Gives him the hand pass. Buick with the left for Salmon. Out on the flank. 45 out. Will kick from almost 50. I think he wants to get a pass off, although now he's having a look at the sticks and he might have a shot. Kelly's standing 45 out as Salmon kicks towards goal. He's got the distance. It's a lovely kick and hit the post. It was a gem of a kick. Essendon 1-2-8. Salmon's kicked a lot. Collingwood 2 behind. Stan Alves.
Yes, well, I think it's not only the height of Salmon, but I think the speed. Buick, Watson and Long are just too quick for the Collingwood counterparts.
Kerrison kicks from himself, kicks out towards the members' wing. Francis there runs the ball over. He had a little sly look to the left and saw that there was no one to hand pass it to. And a player bearing down, so he ran it over. Boundary throw in front of the member stand. The ball knocked down by McGuan about 15 metres up the ground, but picked up by Harvey of Essendon on his left foot in towards Watson. And Watson takes the mark at centre half forward. Hand pass to Chris Danaher from 50. Goes long to Salmon. And Salmon's got it again. Salmon is crucifying Collingwood.
You like him in the goal square, Tommy?
Well, he does cause such a problem because of his height, and he's such a smart player as well. And he's not leading anywhere near as far as what he has been, and you just saw he's behind then. Kelly did everything right, but it was a beautifully positioned kick by Chris Danaher. And my gee, they certainly look a lot better when he is up there, isn't it?
Paul Salmon, 1 goal, 2 and 4 marks in the first 16 minutes of the grand final. As Salmon is only about 20 metres out on a 45-degree angle, the angle favouring his right foot kicking style. As he comes in for the Bombers' second goal in the grand final. Here he comes. Let's have a look. Body language is good. He punches the air. He's put it through for the Bombers' his second goal. 17 minutes in the first term. It's Essendon 2-2-14 and Collingwood 2 behinds 2 points.
With the ball, it's Madden running sideways at Manson. They share the honours. Danaher, Chris knocks it on, but picked up by Russell of Collingwood. Left foot kick to space on the wing. Long leads McGuan like a couple of Olympic sprinters. Well, Long there first. McGuan takes him over the line. Right it was, rather. Got him side on, took him over the line for a throw-in. Right on the wing, down below us. 18 minutes gone. Essendon 2-2, Collingwood 2 behinds. Manson and Madden in ruck. Francis at the front roves it. Onto the left boot. Swinging kick to half forward. Krzyzewska and Hamilton. Hamilton read the flight better. Neither could mark. McGuan has it. Well tackled by Danaher. Chris dispossessed. Ball at the base of the pack. Francis has it. Loses it. Oh, Madden brings down forward with a high one. Not spotted by the umpire. Ball buried beneath the sea of players. Umpire Rich signals a ball up. Just forward of the wing for Collingwood, who are struggling. 2 behinds. Essendon 2-2-14 after 18 and a half minutes of the grand final.
And now we're seeing why the grand final is such a different game. A big thump by Madden from the ball up, but right at Collingwood underneath it. Kicks the ball with his left foot up towards half forward. Krzyzewska almost a very good mark. Knocks the ball towards the boundary, but not in a defensive mode, but trying to just work Collingwood a bit further towards goal and hoping a Collingwood player might seize on it, but he didn't, and it's out of bounds again. Left half forward flank, punt road goal. Madden wins. Bomber Thompson takes it off the pack. High hand pass to Kickett. Barwick is there for Collingwood. Shovels a hand pass towards the hospital one to Mullane. Mullane's just on the attacking side of the centre. Kicks up towards half forward. Tony Shaw is there with Grenbold. Shaw's got the front position. Good harassment by Grenbold. Shaw goes to ground, but the ball is over in front of Bay 13 for a boundary throw-in on Collingwood's 50. Essendon 2-2-14. Collingwood 2 behinds 2 points. Now Madden and Manson in ruck on Collingwood's half-forward line. They both miss it. Goes to Harvey. Ducked his head. And experience there for Mark Harvey. We'll see him get the free kick on the half-back flank.
Kicks towards the southern wing, where the target is Buick, who arrives late. Tony Shaw takes the mark. Just forward of the centre line to put Collingwood into attack. And the Magpies need a goal to find their feet. Manson front position on Madden. Can't quite hold it on his chest. Morwood runs onto it but misses. Picked up by O'Donnell. Straight towards the boundary line on the flank. And it bounces over for a throw-in. He was 40 metres from the line, perhaps even more. Went straight towards it, but so far away was he. And it was a bouncing ball that the umpire didn't deem it deliberately out.
Christian back on Salmon. Kelly up to centre half-back. Boundary throw-in has been knocked towards the boundary for throw-in. Tommy, what do you think of that? Christian back on Salmon.
Yes, well, I suppose Christian is probably the player who's been earmarked for him, and there's been a goal kicked on by each of them, so I can't see anything wrong with that.
From the boundary throw-in, Manson knocks it back towards Maud, who's having a fidgety day. Picked up by Kickett, kicks into Chris Danaher. Ball rebounds back towards Kickett. Kicked up towards the wing position, picked up by Izzo. In front of Kelly, just marked on the point of the square, about 75 metres out from goal. Salmon's by himself, one out with Christian. There they go, Salmon one grab, but not the second. Off the pack goes Gafer with the ball. Handball across McGuan. Bomber fans thinking that Salmon may have got a free kick. McGuan's kick out towards Starcevic on the wing, on the southern side of the MCG. On the bounce towards Krasiska, unloads a hand pass, misdirected. Not as crisp as a fortnight ago towards Barwick, who runs out of territory in front of Bay 13, and there'll be a boundary throw-in. 21 minutes in the first term. This coverage on ABC Radio, stemming from 3LO in Melbourne. Essendon 2-2, Collingwood 2 behinds 2 points.
Lovely cool spring day in Melbourne. Perfect conditions. In ruck, Starcevic on the ground, gets it down. Straight to Thompson, dispossessed. Dacos a rough chance here. On the boundary line, snaps it, Goldwood. Oh, you're kidding. Yep. The miracle man has done it. Well, those of you watching on TV have seen it. And perhaps you scarce believe your eyes at the moment. Have a look at that tonight. That was unbelievable, and just what Collingwood needed. They might talk about that like Jezelenko's mark. Essendon 2-2-14, Collingwood through Dacos 1-2-8. Tommy Hafey.
Loose ball goes to Tony Shaw. Hand passes across towards Morwood. Morwood to centre half forward. Dacey cut it to Starcevic. He's 65 out. Pushes, he kicks the ball. It's bouncing out towards Brown. First touch. He's 40 out, Gavin Brown. Hand pass to Russell. He should have gone himself, Brown. Russell in trouble. Knocks it out to Gavin Brown. Hand passes to Starcevic. From 45 metres out, Starcevic kicks a goal. No, it's just offline or behind. Just a little to the left. Collingwood set it up, but 2 handballs too many. They didn't need the 2 handballs in that 3 handball chain. They could have kicked the goal earlier than that. Collingwood 1-3, Essendon 2-2.
O'Donnell plays on, kicks the ball well away from the square and then kicks out to half-back. Harvey runs onto it. He's tackled and goes to ground. Bomber Thompson in there too. Morwood and Francis against them, and now Tony Shaw with a good shepherd from Francis. Shaw kicks towards McGuan, front position. Bransburg makes the spoil, and the ball over the line for a throw-in on Collingwood's left half forward flank, about 20 metres outside the 50. The Magpies have their first goal, and they might settle. 23 minutes in. Bombers by a goal. At the throw-in, Starcevic wins it. Hand pass to Morwood. Takes his time. Hand pass to Manson. To Dacos. Back to Morwood. Bad hand pass. Morwood looks for Dacos. He can't get onto it. Anthony Danaher knocks it away to Grenbold, who runs off the half-back line for the Dons. Kicks towards Long. Wright makes the spoil for Collingwood. Down to Francis, who ran hard at the ball, but fumbled. Picked up by Gafer. Kick towards full forward. Out comes Brown, but running back courageously. Chris Danaher takes the mark.
50.
He's at centre half back. He'll get a 50-metre penalty, so Brown on the mark will be inside the centre square. Essendon 2-2, Collingwood 1-3. 24 minutes in this epic grand final here in Melbourne. Now Chris Danaher on the defensive side of the centre kicks long towards Van der Haar and Kelly. Kelly almost took the mark and will get a free kick over the shoulder, and there'll be 50 to Collingwood, I'd say. Will there? No, there won't. The free kick, I think, was being paid, not to Mark Boys. Yep, to Kelly at centre half back, and Kelly's got it at centre half back. Will kick out towards Banks on the southern side wing. Banks got the sun in his eyes. Still doesn't know where the ball is. It lands. Anderson there. Banks does well. 3 players over the top of him. He'll be penalised. Banks holding the ball. Free kick to Chris Danaher on the southern wing of the MCG.
And the youngest of the quartet is doing very well for his side. Chris Danaher puts Essendon into attack, but he doesn't do well this time. He puts it into a nest of magpies, and Christian takes the mark at half-back, and that leather ball will feel good in his hands. He kicks out to the wing. Manson from behind runs hard at the ball, can't mark it. He snatches it off the pack, but he's tackled and dispossessed. It falls to Anderson. He loses it, goes back to it. He's got pressure on him from Banks, who takes him to ground, and the ball rolls over the boundary line for a throw-in. Forward of the wing for Essendon on the southern side. We've just entered time on, and the Dons lead by 5 points in the grand final.
The boundary throw-in knocked down by Manson. A beauty straight to Francis. Weaves his way through. Handball to Morwood. Sideways hand pass to Tony Shaw. Through the centre the skipper goes. Goes long in towards centre half forward, but Terry Danaher is there. Marks at centre half back for Essendon. Plays on quickly, sees Bomber Thompson. Krasiska punches the ball away, but the Magpies haven't got the numbers. It spills down towards Hamilton. Good work there by Timmy Watson to get Krasiska out of the way. Good passage for Hamilton, kicks up towards half forward. Kelly punches the ball away from Van der Haar. Right in front of the pack, he's on 50, defending for Collingwood. Handball across to Tony Shaw. Shaw's kick on the bounce, a bad bounce there for Watson. Banks gives the hand pass to Starcevic from a standing start up towards half forward. Krasiska and Hamilton go to ground. Krasiska knocks it out towards Barwick, who tried to scoop it to Dacos, lurking on 50. Emerging is Grenbold. Bombers out of trouble. Grenbold's kick is bad, marked by Starcevic. Gives a hand pass to Tony Shaw, drawing Tim Watson, then threads the ball up towards Brown. Brown comes out, but there's 2 to beat. He's free kick to Evan Brown. They shepherded him away. It was Terry Danaher who shepherded away. He plays on quickly, trying to run the ball home. He kicks and it's come back and has missed by an absolute whisker. It bounced right beside the goalpost and it missed it by a centimetre. So Collingwood 1-4-10, Essendon 2-2-14 into time on by a tick under 2 minutes.
The Magpies are settling. That is becoming clear. You can't blame them for being anxious early on. So much resting with them today. Anthony Danaher to half-back, and his brother Terry takes the mark. Hugs it to his chest. He played on. And the captain of 2 premiership teams is in trouble. Off to O'Donnell. Hand pass to Hamilton. Loose hand pass. Taken by McGuan. Beats off 2 tacklers. Gets to the 50. Kicks long. Getting under it, Manson, but it fades away. Out of bounds on the full. Essendon free kick to be taken by Matt right beside the behind post.
Hunt Road goal. Left behind post, kicked by Madden around the member's side. Up goes Kransberg on 50. He's defending and takes a very strong mark. There's not really a target. Van der Haar calls for it. Kelly wearing him like a glove. Kelly gives him a bit of a nudge, then punches the ball away. It goes to Shane Morwood. Hand pass to Kerrison. Hand pass over the top of Harvey to McGuan. McGuan now, left foot kicking towards the forward pocket. Up they go. Collingwood mark though. Yes, Manson's been paid. I'm not sure whether he really had control of the ball as he slid on his knees over the boundary line. But the field umpire said, yes, it's going to be paid. 3rd mark to Manson. He's 40 metres out from goal. He's on the boundary.
And it's such an important occasion, I won't even ask crackers what the odds are.
We've been practicing this for 5 years.
Manson to put Collingwood in front, close on quarter time, comes in, drop punch for goal. It is, oh no, it just missed by a whisker again. Collingwood 1-5 in the grand final, Essendon 2-2. 28 and a half minutes in the first quarter. The Bombers by 3 points as Kevin Sheedy leaves the coaching box and comes down to the fence. Spawn on and Harvey off.
Siren, any tick of the clock. Only 3 goals kicked in the quarter, so it will be a short one. Anthony Danaher puts it back into play. On Tommy Hapey's advice, out to half-back, it holds up in the wind. Madden couldn't mark it. It falls Collingwood's way. Dacos and Francis off to Russell, left foot up. Starcevic can't mark. Brown roves the pack in the pocket. Open goal, goal! the shadows of quarter time. Collingwood 2-5-17. Essendon 2-2-14.
In the centre, and I thought also that what has happened is that Morwood has really lifted his game, and he started to run off Mark Harvey and was causing awful trouble for Essendon, and has just become almost an attacking player for them. The last 5 minutes, all Collingwood.
The Bombers the first 2 goals, Collingwood the next 2. Manson gets the knockdown, almost quarter time, picked up by McGuan in the centre. Slides a kick not very far out towards the southern wing. Anderson of Essendon gets there first before Mullane. Kicks up towards where the practice pitch area used to be. Van der Haar almost took the mark. Good harassment by Kelly, but it's quarter time in the grand final, and Bomber coach Kevin Sheedy is sprinting out to meet his charges as they come in at the quarter time break. Now what's happened? Oh, there's a fight on. Now it is quarter time. Oh, there's a fight on. Kelly out there. In goes Kickett, and it's nasty. And that really has been the first sign of any rough stuff or fisticuffs. I don't know who started it.
Oh, this is no tiggy touch with neither.
And it shouldn't really happen.
Away, umpire saws, bounces the ball. Collingwood lead by 3 points. Madden the knock for Essendon. Izzard runs onto the ball. Looked to give a hand pass to Spawn. It came unglued. Izzard gets it back. Kicks to half forward. Kelly back with raw courage. Can't mark. At the base of the pack, McGuan for Collingwood. Comes clear. Kerrison goes down. McGuan gives a hand pass to Monkhorst, who's back for Brown. He puts Collingwood into attack, and Starcevic takes a very strong mark.
50
metres will bring him to within 20.
The umpire's a little bit crook on Terry Danaher, and I can't work out why.
I think the umpires are the ones who've got to settle down too, because they've got to be very careful. I'm not critical of the decision. I think it was there, but I think that they've got to be careful that they don't over-umpire now.
Starcevic 20 metres out directly in front. The clock just ticking to the minute in this second quarter. Starcevic kicks and goals. The Magpies have kicked the last 3, and they lead by 9 points. 2-5, 3-5, 23. Essendon 2-2-14. Tommy Hafey, you didn't get a chance at quarter time.
No, well, Starcevic has been a very important player on the field, because Monkhorst early wasn't just doing the job, but Starcevic is running all over the place, and that was a strange decision, not decision, but a bad mistake by Terry Danaher, because it's now given them a bit of momentum to Collingwood, and also lift up a bit of confidence in Starcevic kicking that goal from 20 metres out.
Collingwood by 9 points in the grand final. 3-5 to 2-2. Sun still shining over the MCG. It's a perfect day for football. There's the centre bounce. Up goes Monkhorst. Knocks it down. Taken by Spawn. Bad hand pass for Kransberg. Francis will get there first for Collingwood. Running the wrong way. He's on the half-back line. Pumps the hand pass out towards Kelly. Van der Haar in pursuit. Kelly's kick around the wing. Up towards Starcevic and Terry Danaher. And Terry Danaher punches the ball away from Starcevic. And there'll be a boundary throw in. And the crowd hooting the former Essendon skipper.
And they're hooting from the section which would have had a good view of events before quarter time. Monkhorst gets the knock. Against him Madden. A free kick to Monkhorst. A push in the back. And Collingwood with the psychological role at the moment. A hand pass to McGuan. A kick up towards the forward pocket where Manson wrestles with Anthony Danaher. It spills towards goal. Hamilton onto it. Tackled by Barwick. Hand pass out in front of himself by the Essendon defender. Is over the line for a throw in. Collingwood's right forward pocket. 2 minutes 40 gone. The Magpies have kicked a goal and lead by 9 points.
Just a few metres out from goal. Collingwood boundary throw in. They both miss it. The ball spills behind to Thompson. Grabbed by Russell. Loose ball goes to Francis. Goal coming out for Collingwood now. He's hit the post. A snapshot by the Collingwood rover from about 20 metres out. Came around on the arc. Had a look. Had plenty of time. And Collingwood now lead by 10 points. They are 3-6 to Essendon 2-2.
Anthony Danaher to the members' side. Good lead from Spawn, who takes the mark on his chest. He's at the 50. Half-back flank for the Dons, and suddenly they're under a lot of pressure. Collingwood rolling. Spawn kicks to the wing. Watson is there. Flies but has to go the spoil. He roves his own spoil beautifully. Centering kick is not terribly good, but it finds Terry Danaher, who again gets hooted. He gives a hand pass off to Spawn. Spawn puts the Dons into attack to half forward. Out comes Salmon. Gafer there with a big spoil though. Double fister. Puts it out to Starcevic on the wing. Pushed by Buick. Could have been in the back, not paid. Cleaned up by Gafer. Puts the Woods into attack. Dacos with 3 against him. It falls to the front of the pack. Russell and Krzyzka. Krzyzka has it. Inside 50. Goes for home. And puts it through. The Essendon 2-2-14.
Essendon 2-2, centre bounce, a beauty. Up they go. Madden gets the tap, but there is Maguire, but he can't pick it up. Picked up by Monkhorst, flicks the ball up towards the centre half forward. Kransberg paddling the ball. Anderson goes in, kicks the ball up towards half forward. Tony Shaw and Kickett. Kickett went without the ball. Tony Shaw paddling towards the boundary, with Timmy Watson in hot pursuit. And the ball goes over for a boundary throw-in on the member side wing. And sympathy certainly has swung Collingwood's way. Gavin Brown off the ground after being KO'd almost on quarter time. Knocked down by Monkhorst. Little dabby kick by Tony Shaw. Taken away by Izzard. And his left foot kick is a bad one. It's out on the full. No one on the mark for the moment. So Francis, who gets the free kick, plays on. Kicks the ball towards Starcevic, who could be the bogey man for the Bombers. Ball knocked down by Starcevic. Bowick is there. He's in front of the member stand, paddling the ball. Handball across towards Mullane. Mullane sockers on towards Francis, but he knew he couldn't pick it up. Loose ball goes to Bomber Thompson. Good work by Shane Horwood. Kickett didn't want the ball. Picked up by Anderson on half-back. Kicks up towards the wing. Up goes Kelly with Van der Haar. The ball on the ground. Van der Haar knocks into the body of Wright. It rebounds back to Wright. Wright's kick finds LeBron and the attacking side of the centre. The Pies go forward. Dacos at centre half forward. He's 50 metres out from goal, the great man.
Drop punt or torp?
I don't know. He's kicked 96 goals for the season. 95 before today. Dacos drop punch for goal. Down towards Manson. Just been smothered. And interference against Manson. Anthony Danhurst got the free kick in the last line. Collingwood by 16 points in the grand final. 4-6 to Essendon 2-2.
He used the drop punt. He should have used the torp. A hand pass out in front of Izzard, who's under pressure from Russell. Izzard caught holding the baby.
And 50 metres.
Brings him to the scoreline. Certain goal for the Magpies. And suddenly the Bombers are in tatters. And they run the risk of being overrun in this second quarter. As Scotty Russell can come around to directly in front, the man on the mark is between the posts. And so this is a certain goal. At the 7-minute mark, in comes Russell. Magpies by 22 points. Essendon kicked the first 2 goals of the match, and since the 17-minute mark of the first quarter, the Magpies have kicked 5, and they're 5-6-36. Essendon 2-2-14.
Monkhorst knocks it down. Watson had a chance but couldn't get away with it. Through the pack goes Francis, but he lost possession. Good tackle Mullane on Anderson. Izzard didn't want the ball. It's up on Collingwood's half-forward line. A free kick to Collingwood. It's going to Scotty Russell. He's on the attacking side of the centre. Now, the lead from Starcevic, but he's going beyond that, looking for Manson. Collingwood need Crummers down there. Krasiska, hovering in front of the pack, has marked 25 metres out directly in front. And Jack Ho, the free kick's going. 3-1 this quarter, which makes it, 9-7. Izzard coming off and Harvey coming on. Krasiska right in front, 25 metres out. Beneath the big scoreboard, has put home another Collingwood goal. Collingwood go to 42 points to 14. They lead by 28 points, 8.5 minutes. 2 goals for Krasiska. Score check, Collingwood 6-6-42, Essendon 2-2-14. Tommy Hafey.
Well, it's all Collingwood because they want the ball a lot more. They're running in 3s and 4s, and every time an Essendon player gets it, he's absolutely swamped. But the momentum that Collingwood have got up at present has been partly due to this, simply because they're outnumbering the opposition, and now they're forcing Essendon into so many mistakes, they just can't pick it up when they're by themselves.
Jack Cameron tells me Dacos' miracle goal came at 21 minutes 40 of the first quarter. We're now 9 minutes into the second. The Magpies have kicked 6 in about 15 minutes. At the bounce, Monkhorst to knock. Watson tries to lift Essendon. He's tackled, loses it. Tony Shaw, Collingwood into attack. Bad bounce for Terry Danaher. Hamilton onto it. Tackled, dispossessed. Starcevic, a hand pass to Francis. To Russell. His kick smothered. Essendon is a free kick. A push, and it is going Russell's way. Man on the mark is 45 metres out. And a chance for the Woods to make it 7 in 18 minutes since the 22-minute mark of the first term. In comes Russell for his second. Kicks from 45. He's got the distance. He's done it. The Magpies have kicked 5 in 10 minutes minutes of the second quarter. And they lead the Dons by 34 points and already...
1-0 in this term. First possession goes to Russell. Kicks the ball up towards half forward. Watson had a bit of a fumble. Lost possession. Then picks up the ball at centre half back. Collingwood have 2-on-1. Oh, good mark. Taken by Long. Here is the odd man out there for Essendon. He's on the attacking side of the centre. Plays on. Handball to Kickett. Kickett now with his left boot. Kicks it towards centre half forward. Out comes Kelly. One grab. Knocked away by Van der Haar. Salmon running towards the boundary. Loose ball goes to Moore of Collingwood. And they'll clear the ball away. He grubs the ball, Johnny Beckford style with his left boot. Out towards Bay 14. Finds touch. And there'll be a boundary throw in. Beyond 11 minutes in the second term. Somerville about to come on for Essendon. Collingwood 7-6. Essendon 2-2.
The Dons barely crossed the centre in this quarter. In ruck, Madden brings it down. McGuan onto it for Collingwood. Long against him. Keeps the ball in play. Hand passes backwards to Spawn, who fumbles. And gets cheered by the Collingwood supporters, who are on very good terms with themselves at the moment. Because 11 and a half minutes into the second term, the Magpies are 34 points up. In ruck, falls to the front of the pack. McGuan ran at it, couldn't break clear. Umpire Saws comes into ball up on the southern wing. Collingwood 7-6-48, Essendon 2-2-14.
There's the ball up, and Monkhorst knocks it down. Who's going to emerge? Monkhorst kicks the ball out of the pack. Soccer off the ground by Kickett was a bad one. Onto the bootlaces of Timmy Watson. Scotty Russell for Collingwood goes to ground. It's on it out of wing. Hand pass Tony Shaw to Banks. Banks picks it up. Hand passes towards McGuan, but runs out of territory. And the hand pass goes over for a throw in. In the grand final, Collingwood 7-6-48. Essendon 2-2-14. The boundary throw in on the southern wing. Up goes Monkhorst, knocks it down. The run of the ball, kicked off the ground by Kelly. Oh, almost clean bowls Bowie. Kick off the ground by Van der Haar. Lucky bounce goes to Russell. Handball on towards Shaw. Shaw to Dacos. It beats him. Coming out Anthony Danaher. Running away from Manson and clears the ball from centre half back.
Lovely long left footer, but no receivers there. Gaper has to wait for the bounce. Harvey runs hard at him. Hand pass to Mullane, put him under pressure. But Gaper was tackled after disposing and takes a free kick just when Collingwood were in strike, because Mullane was under all sorts of pressure. Van der Haar off, Somerville on for the Dons. Gaper puts Collingwood into attack. Krasinska up in the middle, can't mark. Starcevic, an instigator for Collingwood, tackled, dispossessed. It comes to Watson. Hand pass to Kickett. He's tackled. Hand pass back to Watson. Pressured. Great tackle, Francis. Anderson kicks it on 10 metres to Long. He is swamped. Picked up by Wright. Ball held to him. And a ball up just Essendon's side of the centre. 13 and a half minutes gone. Collingwood by 34 points.
There's the ball up, knocked down by Monkhorst. Straight for his drover, Francis. Collingwood into attack again. Krasinska underneath it. Oh, he dropped one he should have taken. In comes Hamilton. Gets out of a Starcevic tackle. Good composure by Hamilton. Kicks the ball up towards the wing. But it's the man who finished runner-up in the Brownlow medal. Graham Wright there to mark for Collingwood. Threads the pass up towards Francis. Oh, Anderson's down for Essendon. Oh, he's hurt his arm. Handball by Francis on towards Mullane. Mullane's kick finds McGuan. Anderson's hurt his elbow. Now McGuan on the half-forward line in front of the members. Goes long in towards centre half-forward. Salmon's up in defence now. Off the pack. Into the arms of Bomber Thompson. Runs the ball from centre half-back. Trainer's out with Anderson. Kicks the ball up towards half-forward. Madden's hand pass goes towards Thompson. Was Grenbold who ran the ball out. Up towards Somerville, can't mark. Picked up by Kerrison. Hand pass, a cheeky one. Oh, bad bounce for Kelly. Picked up by Buick beneath Bay 11. Buick now kicks it towards goal and has missed and put it through for a behind. Grenbold, the instigator. But Buick couldn't capitalise under a lot of pressure, hemmed in on the boundary, behind to Essendon. Their first score in the quarter. They're 2-3 to Collingwood 7-6.
First score since Salmon Gold at the 17-minute mark of the first term. Bad kick back into play by Kerrison, but Tony Shaw roves the pack. The Magpies like men inspired. Hand pass to McGuan. Lovely left-handed to Christian, who picks out Barwick on the half-board flank, and he marks. Outmanoeuvred Grenbold. Read the flight of the ball beautifully. Kickett coming off, Izzard on for Essendon. And Kickett being booed off the ground. Douglas Barwick, can he unload a special? From 55, drop punt, way off direction, he's hooked it, and it is through for a behind. Collingwood 7-7-49, Essendon 2-3-15. The Magpies by 34 points at the 15 and a half minute mark of the second term.
The kick in to be taken beneath the big scoreboard by Anthony Danaher. Spawn leads. That won't be his target. Surely, no, it's not. He squares it up towards half-back. Knocked down by Monkhorst, but straight to Bomber Thompson of Essendon, who kicks the ball up just beyond the centre towards Somerville. Christian beats him. Christian gets a very high tackle from Harvey. Handball to Tony Shaw to Francis. Back towards Tony Shaw from Francis. Pumps a hand pass to McGuan. He's on the half-forward line. In towards Dacos. Too far for him again. Coming out Anthony Danaher. Grabbed by Dacos. A left-foot kick luckily finds Timmy Watson, who kicks the ball right across the half-back line. Out towards Chris Danaher, who marks where the practice pitch area used to be, then kicks the ball around that southern wing. Up goes Spawn. Morwood bearing. Spawn's got the front position. Morwood goes to ground. Picked up by Spawn. Kicks it towards the half-forward line. Oh, Kerrison, the punch away from Buick was a beauty. Picked up there by Buick. Hand passes on towards Spawn. He's 60 metres out from goal. Gives a hand pass, a bad one. Tony Shaw overrun it. A chance here for Madden. Coming in is Christian. Madden sockets across the half-forward line, where it's picked up for Collingwood by Francis. Kicks up towards the wing. Oh, it's desperate stuff now. Picked up by Anderson. He's gone. He can't even hand pass with that left arm, although he does pick it up to his credit. With his right boot, kicks it towards half-forward, but coming out for Collingwood is Kelly.
Clears out to the wing. Anderson has the run of Peter Power running past. Kelly's kick marked by Russell. Anderson's left arm hanging straight at his side. Out comes a trainer to talk to him. Russell puts Collingwood into attack and lands in front of the members. No one able to mark. Starcevic knocks it on, but knocks it out of bounds. And bad news delivered to the Essendon bench is that Anderson will have to come off, I suspect.
It looks like his AC joint, Tim, and it's very, very hard to get back when you've got one of those.
Van der Haar's out of his seat, getting ready to come back. At the throw-in, Salmon and Monkhorst. Salmon wins with the left hand, but it's all Collingwood at the foot of the packs. Francis, who's been tremendous, is overrun this time. It's picked up by Watson, puts the Dons into attack, but Buick's got two against him. Neither can mark as the ball wobbled in the wind. Picked up by Kerrison, hand pass to Shaw. His kick smothered. And over the line out of bounds off Chris Danaher. The crowd appealing for out on the full, but it's a throw in on the wing.
Collingwood 7-7, Essendon 2-3, 17 minutes in the second term. Gavin Brown off for Collingwood after being struck at quarter time from the boundary throw-in, knocked away or kicked away by Mullane. Russell hovering over the ball, sockets the ball, picked up by Francis. High ball in towards the right forward pocket beneath the big scoreboard. Up goes Krasiska. The ball bounces away from the pack and Izard can't control it. And there'll be a boundary throw-in about 45 metres out from Collingwood's goal as Krasiska and Grenbold have a bit of a chest-to-chest. Boundary throw-in. Monkhorst is doing well and does well again. Knocks it down, but not a really good one to a rover. Who's there? Emerging through the pack is Terry Danaher and finds the safety of the boundary with a hand pass. And there'll be a boundary throw-in, but Collingwood working the ball closer towards goal. Right forward pocket, 30 metres out. City end of the MCG, and Madden coming off and the kicker coming on. The Bombers certainly in trouble.
And Van der Haar on a wing against Darren Mullane.
A boundary throw-in, about 35 out from Collingwood's goal. It'll be Salmon in ruck with Monkhorst. Up they go. Monkhorst punches the ball towards goal. Who's on the end of it? It'll be no one. In fact, that punch has gone through for a goal behind to Collingwood, and they advance to 7-8-50. They're leading by 35 points. Essendon 2-3-15. 19 minutes in the second quarter.
And that withering burst of Collingwood's 5 goals in 10 minutes at the start of this quarter has put space between them and their opponents. Mullane runs at the kick-in, thumps it Collingwood's way. Running onto it though, Buick. Pressure from Kerrison, who does well to make a contest of it and force a ball up. In the right forward pocket for Collingwood, about 35 metres from goal. 19 and a half minutes gone in the second term, and the Magpies 50 lead the Dons 15 by 35 points. After Essendon had the first 2 goals of the match. In ruck, Salmon and Monkhorst wrestle. Salmon wins, down to Buick, nowhere to go. And the ball over the line for a throw-in. Buick went down holding his head, but the umpire didn't spot a high tackle. Throw-in, Collingwood still deep in attack.
About 40 metres out from goal. Boundary throw-in now, and Monkhorst got it over the neck. No free kick. Picked up there by Grenbold. Kicks the ball out. Oh, no, not on the full, just before the line, and bounces over in front of the MCC area for a boundary throw-in. But for the first time in about 4 minutes, the Bombers have got the ball outside Collingwood's 50. 20 minutes in the second quarter. Monkhorst knocks it down, the second tap towards Francis. Francis knocks it out, picked up there by Izard, upended with a high tackle by Francis. Bomber supporters, the Bronx cheer for the umpires for getting a free kick. Alan Izard on half-back flank. Collingwood 7-8. Essendon 5-3. The Magpies with 5-0 in this quarter. The ball punched away from Van der Haar. Mullane underneath it. Running across the half-back line. He's got a double back. Then from a standing start. Kicks up towards Starcevic. The ball punched away by Hamilton. Bunkhorst is there. Oh, he shows great poise. Kicks into a couple of players. Play on is the call. They're drilling on that player, waiting for the ball to come down. I think it was Anthony Danaher. Had nowhere to go. And rightly so, there'll be a ball up 40 out from Collingwood's goal, directly in front.
To plug the gaps. At the bounce, Francis roves it. Nowhere to go. Kicks it over his head. Chris Danaher runs onto it. Hand pass to Anthony Danaher. Ball runs into Starcevic, but bounces off him. Kicks with the left, aimlessly. Tony Shaw a chance for Collingwood. Hand pass to right. Under pressure. Kicks high in the air. Lands at the 50. Monkhorst and Kranzberg wrestling. Knocked on by Morwood for Collingwood, but to no one in particular. A pack at the ball. Umpire Rich penalises the last man on the ball. The Collingwood man, Tony Francis, and the kick goes Essendon's way, and Francis can scarcely believe it and hand passes it away. Oh, I thought that would have been 50. I thought that punishment for less than that. But umpire Rich, much closer to it, thought that Izard could have caught it if he tried. He kicks to the centre line. Heaps of players there. One goes down. It was Van der Haar, who's now at centre half forward, and he takes a free kick for the Dons, who haven't kicked a goal in more than half an hour of football. Van der Haar just forward to the centre to put them into attack.
Lead there from Madden. But he ignores that. He's going for a long bomb in hope. Up towards Madden and Salmon. Well, they spoil one another. Ball long, got a bad bounce. Kick it, kicks the ball towards goal. A chance for Spawn, traps it. This way, that away. Fires in towards goal and misses from about 15 metres out. And that's the one the Bombers have been working so hard for, but have failed to get. Collingwood by 34 points in the grand final. 7-8-50, Essendon 2-4-16. The kick in to be taken for Collingwood by Mick McGuan.
He kicks almost down the middle. Kelly the target, and Van der Haar tried to outmark him from behind. Kelly marked it. A hand pass to Mullane. Confidently has a bounce. Heads for the boundary line and then kicks to the wing, where Chris Danaher drops a chest mark and then takes it over the line for a throw-in. And the Bombers have made far too many mistakes. They really have made a lot. But that says something for the Collingwood pressure that has been applied.
From the boundary throw-in, Monkhorst again, but to Buick this time, the opposite rover of Essendon. Buick's left foot kick towards half-forward. Van der Haar up, can't mark. He went high over Kelly. Crumbs picked up there by right of Collingwood. Handballs over the top of Long to Mullane on the half-back line. Mullane's kick around the members' wing. Salmon might get there first, he does. Gets a bit of an eye gorge there from Monkhorst. One of your tricks, Crackers.
Never do that, and he didn't mean that.
On the defensive side of the wing, from a standing start, kicks the ball up towards half forward. Kelly is there, punches away. Long is there, he's dragged down from behind, knocks the ball out, picked up there by whom? Long is calling for a cab. The ball comes out of the pack, picked up by Kieran Spawn. Fires it towards Kickett at centre half forward, and he's marked about 40 metres out directly in front. Derek Kickett. Now the Bombers scored their last goal at the 17-minute mark in the first quarter. Now kick it 40 metres out. Drop punch. Oh, it's a shocker. It is a shocker. It's a behind, but there was just no thought behind it. There was no application to the kick. It was an absolute abominable shot for goal. Collingwood 7-8. Essendon 2-5.
And the ball spills from the pack to Watson, who centres the ball for Somerville. Front position and height advantage. Good spoil, Kerrison. Down to Kickett. A scissor kick. Oh, good goal! It is a miracle from Kickett. We criticised him a moment ago. We praise him for that. That was a soccer-type scissor kick, as he used the swinging of his body to get some purchase and kicks Essendon's third goal.
They won that, but Francis emerges for Collingwood. Hand pass towards Mullane, running the wrong way. Hand pass all just good towards right. Collingwood go forward, up towards centre half forward towards Starcevic. Starcevic and Terry Danaher. No one can get there. Dacos there, grab. Let's see who's going to emerge. The ball comes out of the back of the pack. It's 50 out from Collingwood's goal. Krasiska knocks it out towards Bomber Thompson of Essendon. He's grabbed by Morwood. No free kick. Timmy Watson gets the ball out towards Bomber Thompson, picked up there by Starcevic, was it? Kicks in towards half forward, coming out Anthony Danaher. No, it's Krasiska who kicked it in. Anthony Danaher's kick is a shocker, marked by Banks. Banks goes long, looking for Manson at centre half forward. Up goes Manson, the crumb is required. Oh, Francis had a chance but overran it. Going to ground there is Terry Danaher hovering over the ball. Ball socket off the ground by Russell out towards Starcevic. Spawn comes in. Starcevic goes on a wide arc, a little dabby kick, doesn't travel far enough. It goes to McGuan. Play on was the call, and there'll be a ball up on Collingwood's half-forward line. Into time-line by over a minute in the second term. Collingwood 7-8-50, leading by 27 points, 3-5-23.
Chris Danaher, whose kick is beautifully marked by Tony Shaw over Bomber Thompson, who's been absent for Essendon. Shaw from forward of the wing, up to half forward, Salmon there in front, Manson from behind, interferes, Salmon free kick, advantage, and Anthony Danaher kicks to the centre line, long runs onto it for the Dons who are lifting, he kicks towards Kickett, awkward bounce, traps it brilliantly with the left, blazes from 60, falls into the pocket, Spawn there or Harvey, it bounces back into play, snatched by Banks, just as Van der Haar was bearing down, hand pass off to Kerrison, low kick out to half back to Christian, who has time to steady, has a look and sees Monkhorst, delivers to him unattended in the centre, and the big man has the ball.
Goes to play on, he does. Christian still running, accepts the hand pass, then fires down towards Starcevic, goes up but can't mark. The ball goes behind, picked up by Terry Danaher, lost his footing, tackled by Starcevic. Terry Danaher knocks the ball away. Who picks it up? It's Scotty Russell of Collingwood, kicks it towards Manson. The ball punched away by Anthony Danaher towards Salmon. Salmon's hand pass to Izzard, handball to O'Donnell, back to Salmon. Salmon's hand pass is not a good one, although picked up by Grenbold. Handball's up towards the half-back line. Terry Danaher kicks the ball up towards the boundary. Couldn't see a target. Trapped well by Christian. Handballs while on the ground towards Tony Shaw, and Shaw's foot pass has found Russell of Collingwood. Almost half-time. Barwick lurking at centre-half forward. He's marked it. Dougie Barwick. And he got a bit of a hard tackle.
50.
50. It was a tackle around the corner. It was a low tackle. I'd say probably to the rib or groin area. But it was well and truly after Dougie Barwick had marked. He had his hands above his head up towards the clocks at Flinders Street. He does! He's put it through. Collingwood get another goal, although it's been a while since their last, about 12 or 15 minutes. 29 minutes almost in the second quarter. Half-time looming, and Collingwood lead by 33 points. 8-8-56. Essendon 3-5-23. Tommy.
Salmon beats Monkhorst, but straight to McGuan. Puts Collingwood into attack. Getting under it is Starcevic. Can't mark. Picked up by Thompson. Hand pass to Hamilton of Essendon. Low pass finds Spawn. On the wing, between the centre and wing on the southern side. He tries to get around Morwood and can't. Well done, Shane Morwood, to hold him in. Spawn with the left boot. Up to half forward. Kranzberg in front, roving the pack, Somerville. The big youngster falls over. Kranzberg has a swing at it off the carpet and misses. Picked up by Morwood. Hand pass to Christian. Clearing kick to Starcevic on the wing. He's been terrific for Collingwood across half forward. In towards the centre, McGuan. Good spoil, Salmon. Coming front on, did a terrific job. Picked up by Kranzberg. Hand pass to Thompson. Beautifully brought down by Tony Shaw. Picked up by Monkhorst. Hand pass to Mullane. Kicks Collingwood into attack to half forward. Dankos uses the body, but he's outpaced by Izzard as the ball bounces. And Izzard takes it over the line for a throw-in on Collingwood's run, and the Magpies lead by 33 points.
The boundary throw-in on Collingwood's 50. Up goes Monkhorst, knocks it down towards McGuan. He's running towards goal. Good tackle by Chris Danaher. McGuan's hand pass goes to Russell. Can't get his boot to it. The ball knocked out of the pack dive by Dacos, but eventually goes to Grenbold of Essendon. On his left boot from halfback, around the members' wing. Out comes Mullane. Hip and shoulder by Somerville. But Mullane has taken the mark on the wing. Sees the target, and it's Monkhorst playing the game of his life, looking very much like Peter Moore. Collingwood by 33 points, almost half-time, kicking like Peter Moore too. Kicks the ball towards half forward, up goes Krasiska, can't mark. Francis having a rest up in the forward line, picked up by Chris Danaher. Handball across the Spawn, he wants a good bounce and gets it. Runs the ball from centre half back with Tony Shaw's mark. Handball across towards Kerrison, in trouble. Back to Tony Shaw. Shaw sees Barwick lurking on the half forward line and has pinpointed him. Dougie Barwick will come. It's half-time here at the MCG. Collingwood by 33 points, and Barwick will kick from outside 50. He's on the practice pitch area, kicking to the main scoreboard end.
The architect was Tony Shaw, 21 possessions.
Barwick comes in from 52, drop punch for goal. It won't be a goal, but it's a score, and Collingwood lead by 34 points at half-time. Collingwood 8-9-57. Essendon 3-5-23. Coaching staff of both teams hurriedly leaving the arena. Lee Matthews hugging and embracing Gavin Brown, who missed the complete quarter after being KO'd in an incident after the quarter-time siren. Matthews having a word of sympathy for the great Collingwood full forward and forward utility player. So after leading by 3 points at quarter-time, Collingwood turn at the halfway mark in this grand final, leading by 34 points. The goal kickers for Collingwood, 2 each to Krasiska and Russell, and singles to Barwick, Brown, Starcevic and Dacos. And for Essendon, Salmon kicked their first 2 and kick it with a goal, I think, better than Peter Dacos when he kicked Collingwood's first in the first quarter. So Salmon 2 and kick it 1 for Essendon. It's Collingwood 8-9-57, Essendon 3-5-23. Collingwood by 34 points in ideal conditions here at the MCG. The sun is still shining, the breeze is up, but it's a magnificent day for football. We'll be back to talk about the first half in just a moment, but let's take a break, a news break for 2 minutes here on ABC Radio Sport.
Jamie Turner.
Dennis Rich holds the ball aloft and bounces it to start the second half. Monkhorst unopposed, brings it down but straight to Buick, who kicks the brand new footy towards half forward. Long knocks it on towards Kickett, who's tackled, gets it off to Long. An off-balance left foot kick goes nowhere for the Dons. Harvey and Mullane run at each other, not with great intent. Ball on the deck, swarming at it, players of both sides. Picked up by Mullane, high ball back out towards the wing. Terry Danaher brings it down to ground. At the front of the pack, Monkhorst and Kransberg. And now Turner for Collingwood. A hand pass to Francis, held when not in possession. And takes just about the first real kick of the quarter, 4 to the half-back flank.
On the half-back flank on the southern side, kicking up towards Starcevic. Van der Haar up, can't mark. Picked up by Watson, handball across to Madden. From a standing start, pumps Essendon forward up towards half-forward. 2 Essendon players up, staying down with Kickett's opponent, Gaper, to give a handball across to Kerrison. A very sharp hand pass to right. Collingwood going up towards half-forward. Starcevic has got the ball. He's about 2 kicks out from goal. Goes long in towards Dacos in front of the pack. One grab but not the second. Rove by O'Donnell. Kick up towards 50. He's defending. McGuan in the way. A left foot kick by McGuan in towards goal. Has missed everything at the punt road end. And it'll be a free kick to Essendon. 85 seconds in the second half of this grand final. Collingwood 8-9, Essendon 3-5.
It looks like Bomber Thompson's back on Dacos now. He was destroyed by Tony Shaw. As Van der Haar from beside the behind post kicks out to half-back. Terry Danaher in front takes a very strong mark and gets hooted again, but not as vehemently as he was during the second quarter. He goes dangerously across ground to Bomber Thompson, who doesn't let him down. Running with the flight of the ball and did very well to mark it. They were hoping he might be able to keep on going, but Turner had him covered. He kicks towards the centre. Up goes Grenvold, brings it down, but Mullane roves. Hand pass to Tony Shaw. Best of field, the Collingwood captain. Delivers short to Monkhorst, who has to bend and get on his knees to take the mark, and so can't play on. Just forward of the centre. Pokes it to Starcevic. Delivers well. Neat work by the big man. And Starcevic, who really has brought the Collingwood half-forward line to life, is 55 metres out directly in front. 2.5 minutes in. 12 possessions. Thank you, Jack Cameron. As Starcevic comes in. Cransberg coming off and Chris Danaher on. Kick drops out into the pocket. Terry Danaher marks it well, right beside the behind post.
Collingwood 57, Essendon 23. No score in the third term. The kick by Terry Danaher are out towards Bay 13, where it's been marked by his brother Anthony. Plays on, then kicks the ball up towards the wing, looking for Harvey. Harvey overruns it, so does Banks. The ball's still bouncing towards Essendon's half-forward line. They leave the ball behind. Harvey behind the pack picks it up. Almost throws it one-handed towards Chris Danaher. Grabbed by Tony Shaw, but gets out of the tackle. Chris Danaher kicks towards half-forward. Monkhorst now, it's Christian, punches the ball away from Salmon. Emerging is Gaper. Gaper now from centre half-back. Kicks the ball to Starcevic. And he really looked on Thursday night a man of purpose, Craig Starcevic, who put passes beautifully to Tony Shaw. Hurriedly takes his kick. Watson bearing down towards half forward. Braving the pack was O'Donnell. Went without it. Monkhorst punches up towards centre half forward. Through the pack goes Madden. Hand pass out towards Buick on the half back line. Sees Kickett just on the defensive side of the centre. And Derek Kickett is marked in that position.
Gives a hand pass to Watson. Just gets it to him. Watson goes very wide. Sideways out to the boundary line on the wing. Buick gets there. And he's in space. So the move might work yet. Into half forward. But Kelly short circuits. Spoiled by Somerville. Roving the pack, Harvey. Nowhere to go. Kicks up and down in the one spot. Somerville tries to knock it forward but can't. Taken by Russell. Left foot kick out to the boundary line. Grabbed by Turner just behind the wing. Chips a pass to Starcevic. And he marks again. It goes down at 50.
That causes Eddie.
Who was the offender?
Terry Danaher.
Terry Danaher will come back inside the 50-metre zone. He's back over 50. He's back to 45. He's back to 40. So it becomes a chance. And this could be goal number 4 from 50s for the Dons, for the Magpies. Van der Haar's coming off. Fransberg coming back. And Van der Haar not moving with freedom. Essendon in all sorts of trouble as Starcevic is lining up the sticks for his second goal.
He's being guided, Tim, by teammates. He is groggy. Starcevic is groggy. They are directing him where to kick it.
How many marks has he taken, Jack Cameron? 6 marks. Now, teammates coming from everywhere. He's gone down on his haunches, so he really is in strife. And we might have Brown coming off the bench.
He's going off.
Well, the Magpie fans won't like this at all.
It's a wonder if there was...
Fans hopefully true of boot. Lines them up to put Collingwood 40 points in front. He kicks. He's done it. Well, they haven't had a better chance since 1970. The Magpies 9-9-63. The Dons 3-5-23. And after a 6-minute feeling out period in the third quarter, Collingwood gets the first goal. Starcevic on rubbery legs is coming on, and Manson coming back.
And really, from the boys' point of view, it's a shame. He's had an excellent game so far, and in this quarter, he's just ran right up on that forward line. He's been sensational. I hope he's not hurt too bad, and he can get back on and really savour this.
Back in the centre bounce, up they go. Madden, a good tap, but intercepted there by Maguire. Good tackle by Watson, who gets a possession and passes to Spawn. Through the centre he goes, kicks up towards Salmon, who's in front of Christian. Too far underneath the ball, Salmon. Christian doubles back, can't mark, but picks it up well. High ball out towards where the practice pitch area used to be, towards Mullane and Anthony Danaher. The ball punched away by both, and it's over for a boundary throw-in. It'll be a long quarter, 7 minutes in so far. Collingwood 9-9, Essendon 3-5. Manson on, Starcevic off. I can hear a roar, but I'll watch the footy. The ball knocked down by Somerville. The ball punched up towards 50 metres for Essendon. Intercepted there by Collingwood's Francis, who has put the ball out of bounds on the full. And the free kick will be taken by Timmy Watson. Tim, what's happening behind play?
Nothing at the moment. Perhaps it might have been Manson and Danaher at it before.
Yeah, they're just having a bit of a talk to each other.
Anthony Danaher's got the free kick. Kicks in towards centre half forward. The man in front, Kelly. Salmon was sandwiched between Kelly and also Christian, but the man in front's marked it. And Craig Kelly is marked on half-back flank for Collingwood.
Well, at this stage in 1970, Carlton was storming back. They kicked 7 goals in 13 minutes after half-time. The Bombers don't look capable of such a revival. Christian runs onto Kelly's kick, boots the Magpies just forward of the centre, and Russell off the ground puts them further into attack. To space on the half-forward flank. Spawn and Wright, great racehorses. Spawn gets there first, gets a Shepherd too, can't pick it up, knocks it to nobody. Picked up by Barwick, swinging kick back to full forward. Manson versus Danaher. Danaher almost at the fall of the ball. Somerville hand pass off to Watson, and the Essendon skipper goes for a run. One bounce and then delivers to Buick, forward to the half-back flank.
Buick nowhere to go, so he's got a hand pass to Watson running up the ground. He kicked it and accepts the hand pass. Boots the Bombers into attack to centre half forward. Up goes Salmon, almost had it. Just a forward lurch and momentum. The ball just came out of his grip. It was a great effort by Salmon. And there'll be a ball up at centre half forward. Manson off and Gavin Brown coming on for Collingwood. The first time since quarter time. There's the ball up at centre half forward, picked up by Izzard. Kick over his head. It's going across the half forward line towards the cricketer's gate. Harvey's there. Harvey goes to ground.
Oh, he runs. Brown ran straight at Terry Danaher. And he's still at him.
Good work by Graham Wright. And he is chesting him.
Nose to nose.
Boundary throw in, the Bombers into attack. Knocked down by Salmon. Emerging for Collingwood is Morwood from half-back. Kicks up towards the wing. Krasiska dives. Almost got there but couldn't. The easy crumb picked up by Hamilton. The Bombers go into attack. Tony Shaw in front of Buick is marked. Between the members and the cricketer's gate. He's coming around the member side wing. Looking for Monkhorst who can't mark. The ball out of his fingers, picked up by McGuan.
Peter, I'll
runs
tell you,
out of territory. Yes,
I'll
Crackers.
tell you something about Gavin Brown. I've known him 5 years. There will be trouble.
Collingwood by 40 points in the grand final. 9-9, Essendon 3-5. Kelly a big thump in the boundary throw into Monkhorst. Spins out of trouble. Delivers a hand pass. Lucky bounce there for Francis. A left foot kick up towards Brown just on. And he's taken a mark. But it was out on the full. Out on the full. And the free kick will go to the Bombers on the 50-metre line. They're defending at the Punt Road goal.
Terry Danaher looking worse than Gavin Brown as he's got blood coming from either the nose or the lips. But it was Brown who felt it at quarter time as Thompson takes the kick on the half-back flank. Kicks towards the centre line. Madden and Somerville are the targets. Neither could mark. At the front of the pack, Hamilton hand pass to Grenville. Oh, the Collingwood tackling ferocious. He gets it though to Anthony Danaher, who puts the Dons into attack. It bounces clear of the pack. Watson loses his mouth guard. Gets the ball. Gets dumped by Kerrison. Bomber fans 150. Or relayed free kick. They don't get it. Spawn goes down. He's hurt. Ball spills clear of the pack. Essendon half forward line. Long fights for it. No one to help him though. Spawn in trouble. Long gets a free kick for a push in the back. 2 trainers out to Kieran Spawn, who's hurt. And in fact, it looks as though Harvey will take the free kick for Essendon, but he's outside 50. He kicks low towards the forward pocket. It's a shocker. He's going to have another kick, fortunately for him, because the first attempt was woeful. And he's lucky that he gets another chance. The umpire apparently hadn't called time on. So the ball back with Harvey, who is about 55 metres out. Too far to kick a goal. Salmon up at full forward, starts to lead. He goes in that direction. Salmon can't mark. Anthony Danaher up in attack at the fall of the ball. He can't work his way clear of the pack. Tony Shaw gets it to Francis. Clearing kick. Watson almost marks it. He's besieged. And away go the Magpies. Russell kicks clear. Out over the wing. Getting under it, Kransberg, but Turner outmarks him. Just forward of the wing for the Magpies to put them deep into attack. He goes towards the pocket. Brown and Danaher and Thompson. Dacos roving the pack. A chance, but he's beaten for the ball by Spawn, who's recovered well. He runs clear. Kicks out towards the wing. Anthony Danaher has the sit and takes the mark.
On the half-back flank for Essendon. Kicks in towards centre half forward. Up towards Somerville, who takes a very good mark in front of Kelly. Strong opposition from Craig Kelly. Excellent mark by Somerville. Hand pass to Timmy Watson. Kicks up towards Salmon, being grabbed there. Yeah, being grabbed by Christian. And Salmon's going to get a free kick. 30 metres out from goal, almost directly in front. There's only been one score in this third quarter, a goal to Collingwood. We're 12 minutes in. It'll be a reasonably long quarter, probably in excess of 30 minutes at the moment. But Paul Salmon, who kicked Essendon's first 2 goals, has kicked 2 goals too. Collingwood shuffled Christian, then Kelly, then Christian back onto Salmon. when he had a real purple patch in that first quarter. Christian's been on him ever since. Salmon from 35 to 40 metres out, almost dead in front. Oh, it's a shocker. He has hooked it to the left and it's out on the full. Collingwood still lead by 40 points in the grand final. Collingwood 9-9, Essendon 3-5. This coverage coming to you on Melbourne's #1 football station, 3LO.
Kelly under the scoreboard, beside the behind post, wobbly old kick, and Salmon marks it inside the 50. But the man on the mark is at about 48, and I don't think Salmon can kick a goal from there. He might prove me wrong. He was closer a moment ago and kicked very badly. I think this distance would just trouble him for accuracy at the best of times. He's got to give it everything to get that distance, and then he's got to keep it straight. And he comes. It's on its way. It's a shocker again. Falls into the pocket. Kick it in front. Good spoil Gafer at the front of the pack is Banks, and the veteran who played in the 79 grand final. Hand passes to Mullane, who falls over unaccountably, and the ball taken away from him over the boundary line for a throw-in. Left half forward flank for the Dons, but about 70 metres from their goal. Almost 14 minutes gone. Essendon still goalless in the quarter. Collingwood 9-9-63. Essendon 3-5-23.
The boundary throw in, Somerville in ruck. I think Shane Moore for Collingwood. Somerville, a good tap down towards Anthony Danaher. Bad kick picked up by Kerrison. Kicks in towards the centre. Too far for Monkhorst. Boak is there. The ball beats about 5 players. Running the wrong way is Hamilton. Runs into Krasiska. Picked up by Jamie Turner, has done pretty well. Pumps a hand pass, but not the Collingwood's advantage. Straight to O'Donnell, who kicks the ball out wide. The ladies kick because there wasn't a target. The ball bouncing close to the boundary line. Somerville comes in. Mullane handballs the ball to give himself a bit of space. He does. In turn, the handball to Kelly. Kelly's kicked the centre half forward, and up goes Madden at centre half back for the Bombers to mark in that position. Out wide to Spawn, almost kicking across the half-back line. Bomber Thompson the only chance. Dacos giving chase, but Dacos has certainly lost a yard today with that groin, you can tell. He can't keep up with the young fellows anymore. Kicked by Bomber Thompson from half-back. Kerrison's in front and takes a superb mark. Collingwood answering every challenge in the early part of this third quarter. Collingwood 9-9, Essendon 3-5. Kerrison from half-back. Dacos will have to go for this one, but he won't because he comes from behind. And Bomber Thompson, who's been Essendon's best player in the final series, has marked at centre half-back.
Dacos still on 96 for the season. The kick from Thompson clears the centre. Kelly should have marked it, missed it. Banks Robes to support him. Gives a hand pass to Wright, who can't break a Simon Madden tackle. His hand pass misdirected to Izzard. Left foot kick towards Kicken, but he's got 3 against him. And Dennis Banks in front takes the mark. And how he will savour a premiership in his 12th year at Collingwood. Behind the centre of the ground to put the Magpies into attack. Up towards half forward. It's too far for Krasiska. It bounces wildly. Thompson again in front of Dacos, can't pick up. Hamilton goes in and has a go. He's dispossessed. A pack forms and umpire Rich calls for the ball. 40 metres out from Collingwood's goal. We're at the 16-minute mark. The Magpies are 40 points in front, and I reckon if they could kick one here, it would be over.
40 metres out from Collingwood's goal. Punt right in, up in ruck, knocked down by Madden. Was he held by the arm? No. Kick off the ground by O'Donnell, up towards centre half-back. Watson is there, being harassed by Maguire. Watson still hovering over the ball. Gets a little shove in the back, but the field umpire will call for a bounce. 60 metres out from Collingwood's goal at centre half forward. Collingwood 9-9-63. Essendon 3-5-23. Sun still shining here at the G. Up they go. Madden the tap. Shark by Morwood. It's almost like a rugby scrum there. A real test of strength. The ball, will it emerge? Oh, Shane Morwood goes down. Hand pass on towards Bowick. Hand pass to Francis. A left foot kick in towards goal. Punched away by Brown. Kransberg picks up the crumbs. Or he falls over just outside the goal square. Hand passes towards the boundary line. It was deliberate, but Spawn came in just to take that edge of deliberation away from the umpire's mind from giving a free kick, and there's a boundary throw in. Collingwood by 40 points. Right forward pocket. 20 metres out from goal. The Pies into attack. Up they go. Madden or an open hander. Who to? But it goes straight to Bomber Thompson, so it was okay. Kicks outside 50. Out there is Mullane. But picking up the ball behind the pack is Salmon. Well tackled by Mullane. Loose ball is there. Mullane comes to it. Oh, he did well in that exchange. Kicks in towards the forward pocket. A bad bounce there for Kransberg. Dacos a goal. Oh, Dacos. An amazing flick the goal.
Shut the gate. 97.
Dacos gets his second.
Christian. Hand pass to Kerrison, who loses the run of it. He doesn't lose the run of Kicken, who grabbed the ball, and Kerrison put an iron tackle on him, brings him down, and the umpire calls for a ball up at the 50 for Essendon. 18 minutes gone. The Magpies have kicked the only 2 goals of the quarter, and they lead by 46 points. Salmon gets the knock for Essendon. Tony Shaw, though, best of field in the first half, quieter in this quarter. Kicks out towards the members' wing. Wright first there. Madden gives chase, and Wright burns him off, and the Magpies out of their seats again. Runs a long way. Kicks but ran too far. He kicked to Dacos. Pinpoint Dacos marked that some of the fans went up. But in fact, the umpire on play, Dennis Rich, had called that Wright had run more than the regulation.
Free kick to Spawn. Goes for Salmon, but the pass is too strong for him. But picking up the crumbs is Buick. Has a bounce, sidesteps around McGuan. A second bounce, runs up towards 50. A severing kick in towards Somerville. And yes, Somerville. Excellent mark, Somerville. 35 metres out directly in front. Well, the Bombers haven't scored this quarter. Collingwood have kicked 2 goals. The Pies lead by 46 points. Clock just ticking, edging past 19 minutes. The sun's still shining brightly on the MCG. The roof of the Southern Standoff, it'll be demolished after the grand final. The start of a new era.
Might be demolished tonight, Smooth.
It might be too. Somerville from 30 metres out. Drop punch for goal. And has, I'd say he's put it through. He has put it through. The Bombers get their 4th goal. And it came from a rebound after Wright travelled too far and was penalised. Collingwood 10-9, 69. Essendon 4-5.
Be a left-footed, a half-forward. Salmon with the flight of the ball. Takes the mark outside 50. Looked for a hand pass. There was nothing offering. He's too far out and he knows it. He goes towards Grenvold, who takes it. Yes, he's been paid. Good strong marking attempt. Russell trying to spoil. And umpire Saws ruling that Grenvold just did enough to be paid the mark. 30 metres out directly in front. It was a line ball.
Dangerous time for Collingwood at this. They always sit back in their traces in the second half of the quarter. They don't need this.
2 or 3 more to Essendon. Could open it up. Cut the margin this time to 34. Grenvold comes in and kicks at goal. And it is a goal. So the Dons have 2 in a couple of minutes. And the difference back to 34. Where it was at half-time. Collingwood 10-9, 69. The Dons 5-5, 35. Yes, a couple more before three-quarter time, and they're as close as they were to Hawthorn at the last change in 84.
Yes, well, this quarter really has been an enormous struggle. There's been a lot of passages of play where neither side could get any score in it, and that's where I felt that it was really slipping away from Essendon, because they've played pretty well this quarter, but you just can't play well. You've got to get scores on the scoreboard. It's amazing how, isn't it, with that goal that broke the shackles by Dacos, all of a sudden, I'm sure Peter Keenan was right, Collingwood had sat back and really Essendon, to their credit, grabbed the initiative with 2 quick goals.
From the centre bounce, knocked down by Monkhorst to Russell, who lost possession. Through the pack he goes, kicks it out towards the wing. Now Francis there with Izzard. Izzard's got about 4 yards. Oh, he left it behind. Oh, Krasiska knocked it across to Francis after Izzard left it behind towards Francis. He went to ground. Wright applies a tackle. Essendon player on top of the ball. And there'll be a ball up between wing and half forward on the northern side of the ground. And there might be a free kick given here against Collingwood. No, I thought there was going to be. Umpire Rowan Saws balls it up. Monkhorst is first there. Knocks it towards Collingwood's goal. On the end of it there is Russell. Goes to ground. Shovels a handball up towards 50. Oh, Bowick calling for a cab. Kick. Yes, he'll get the free kick. Somebody hovering over the ball. It would have been Gary O'Donnell or Chris Danaher. Doug Bowick's got the free kick on the point of the square. The lead from Gavin Brown. He'll try and run it in. He's gone for the torp. It's going to land just outside the goal square. Up goes Terry Danaher. And how many times has he marked in that position in the second semi and in the grand final? Handball out towards Kransberg. Terry Danaher's 7th mark today.
Long searching left footer towards the wing. Morwood runs onto it. Hand pass to Mullane. Puts him in the clear. Runs to full measure. Kicks long. McGuan from the back. Does he mark? No, he doesn't. Off hands. Izzard a chance for Essendon. Breaks clear. Past the behind post. One bounce. Brilliant brilliantly brought down by Brown, and the kick spills to Mullane. Left footer towards goal. Falls out into the pocket. 3 Essendon players, 1 Collingwood man. Krzyzewska gets a hand on the ball, controls it brilliantly, has to go the long way, swings it back with the left boot. Who's there? 3 Essendon players again, and at the fall of the ball, Izzard pokes the left footer out to the half-back flank. Again, Mullane the only man there, but he almost trips over the footy and takes it out of bounds for a throw-in at the 50 with Collingwood in attack. 23 and a half gone, and the Magpies leading by 34 points still.
In front of Bay 13, the boundary throw-in. Monkhorst there with Madden. Monkhorst wins, knocks it towards Collingwood's goal about 10 metres further. Harvey gets there first, draws Dacos, then hand pass to Bomber Thompson. Weaves away through very well. Kicks the ball out towards that southern wing. Up goes Salmon, can't mark. Nork and Kelly. Against Kelly, he may have pushed Salmon. And there's a free kick to Paul Salmon between half-back flank and wing on the outer side. A crucial stage coming up in this match now. Kick by Salmon up towards half-forward. Somerville up with more nuisance than anything else. Ball kick at door, he'll be penalised. Advantage goes to Collingwood. Picked up by Christian. Kicks the ball to half-forward. And Francis is marked on the attacking side of the centre. He's looking for a target. Brown is calling for it. He leads him towards the pocket, lurking behind Dacos. But the ball doesn't fall behind. Kicked off the left boot by Chris Dernahare. Out towards Bay 13, and he runs it over for a boundary throw-in, 50 out from Collingwood's goal. The AFL Grand Final, 24 minutes in third term. Collingwood 10-9, Essendon 5-5.
Hard work today, especially for Collingwood supporters. Even worse for Essendon supporters. At the throw-in, it worked Collingwood's way. Running onto a Thompson, tackled by a mob, dispossessed. Dacos there, loses the run of it. Kranzberg paddles it out to the boundary line. It's still in play. 30 metres from Collingwood's goal. Turner a centering kick. Danaher versus Brown. Danaher makes the spoil. Roving for him is Thompson. Hand pass to Brown. Brown a goal. And that one sends the Magpie fans into ecstasy. The man who was KO'd at quarter time comes back and kicks a goal, and the normally unflappable Bomber Thompson was pressured out of it and hand passed straight to Gavin Brown for Collingwood's 11th goal, and the Magpies lead by 40 points in time on.
Well, Vaughan grabbed without the ball and will take the free kick. Collingwood by 40 points into time on third term by just over half a minute. Who was it in one of the grand finals? Was it Stan Magro, who hand passed in the last line, intercepted, gave away a free kick. The kick by Spawn up towards half forward, and Grenbold out in front of Banks is marked.
Phil Manasseh it was.
Phil Manasseh was it. Thanks, Stan. Kick by Grenbold in towards the forward pocket, and actually pushing Maud into the ball, the oncoming ball, Harvey. And Shane Maud, after a fairly shaky start, he had a fit of the fumble, Shane Maud, and he's taken a mark in the back pocket beneath the big scoreboard. Comes around the member side. Banks sets himself with Gafer, and Gafer's marked in front of the pack on half-back flank.
Collingwood 75, Essendon 35. A minute and a quarter into time on in the third term. Gafer pokes his kick towards Krzyzewska on the wing. He can't mark. Hamilton makes the spoil, and the ball off his fist over the boundary line for a throw-in. Right in front of us on the members' wing. Collingwood now just about 35 or 40 minutes away from that long-awaited flag. 40 points in front. At the bounce, it falls to the base, picked up by O'Donnell. Kick up towards half-forward, bouncing ball. Magpies at it in numbers, but it spills to Grenbold, who shrugs a tackle. 55 out, pokes a pass into the pocket to the leading Harvey, who is savagely tackled by Morwood. Beautifully brought down. And a throw in the forward pocket for the Dons, who cannot shake the Collingwood tacklers and blockers, and can't shake the shackles generally.
From the boundary throw-in, no ruck there for Collingwood. Knocked down by Salmon. A shot for goal by Kickett is just to the right and through for a behind. Derek Kickett, 1 goal 2. 39 points, close on three-quarter time. Collingwood 11-9-75. Essendon 5-6-36. The kick in to be taken beneath the big scoreboard here at the MCG by Shane Kerrison. Monkhorst leads out towards our broadcast or member side. Madden there with him. Monkhorst goes up one-handed. Not all that good. Picked up by Izzard. Kicks it towards centre half forward. Kelly there draws a player. Then thought about a hand pass. Then kicks. Almost marking the ball, but I thought he might have had a sore arm there was Francis. He can't mark. Picked up by Izzard. Kicks it towards full forward. He had 2 options open there. Harvey and Somerville, and he picked neither, and Kerrison's marked at fullback for Collingwood in the dying moments of this third quarter.
Terrible miss kick. 28 minutes gone. Madden has to go the spoil against Monkhorst. Watson rows the pack. Hand pass to Izzard. This is a better looking kick towards Salmon, who nearly collides with Spawn. And Spawn it is who marks. He plays on. He was at the 50. Cuts the distance. Kicks, but kicks badly. And Kerrison traps the ball. Kicks out over half-back. Izzard in the action again. In goes Salmon 2 for Essendon. But the Magpies control the ball. Francis, a lovely hand pass. 30 metres to Monkhorst, who delivers to the leading Turner. But Gary O'Donnell with great courage chops it off and marks. He goes for Kickett's lead out near the centre of the ground. Good spoil Gafer. Brings it down to Malone towards Turner. Turner marks 80 metres from goal. Dacos moving. So's Brown. Turner gets around the man on the mark. Goes long to full forward. Brown there. Can't mark. In front, Van der Haar. Hamilton, very solid mark for Essendon.
Almost 29 minutes in the term. Collingwood 75, Essendon 36. The half-back. Off the pack, Russell. Handball on towards Ward. Was almost open there for Collingwood. Couldn't see the player. Picked up by O'Donnell. Gregg kicks the ball across the half-back line. Long going the wrong way. He's only 20 metres out from Collingwood's goal. Redirects play. Or Turner dropped one he should have picked up. Picking up the ball is Bowick. Steps in towards goal. Dougie has put it through. A goal to Collingwood. Oh, no. I went with the crowd. Bowick 1 goal 2. Collingwood by 40 points. They're saying it missed by a mile. It didn't.
2 against him and almost has been paid the mark, in fact. Gives a hand pass to O'Donnell. Almost 30 minutes gone. The Bombers desperate for one before the bell. Kick into attack for Essendon, but controlling the ball, Kerrison. Support from Norwood. Oh, good hip and shoulder, Van der Haar. Opens it up for Harvey. Sidesteps Kerrison. Centering kick towards Somerville, who might mark. No good spoil, Christian. Magpies still a chance as they rove the pack. Pack forms. Ball up. 40 metres out from Collingwood's goal. Siren's gone. Magpies are happy because at three-quarter time in the grand final they lead by 40 points. And they've led by some big margins, but they've never led by this much, this close to home. Collingwood 11-10-76. The Dons 5-6-36. Salmon in ruck. Madden up at full forward for Essendon, who are 40 points down. At the bounce, Monkhorst beats Salmon, but Kickett a chance on the defensive side of the pack. Gets into the clear. Swings a kick to half forward. Van der Haar there. Kelly against him does well. Brings it down to Mullane, who's in the clear. Kicks long to half forward. Kraziska, Collingwood's chance. Goes the spoil against Hamilton. At the fall, Dacos. Under pressure. Breaks a kick at tackle. Gets onto the right boot. 55 out. Kicks to full forward. Too far for anybody. Turner was their chance. And Watson takes the mark. He quickly passes out to Kransberg, who's in space on the flank.
Has a bounce, runs outside 50, around that southern wing, looking out there for Harvey. Wright is there too. Harvey gets a good bounce. Harris by Wright. Good harassment by Wright, and Harvey pays the penalty by kicking out of bounds on the full on that southern side wing. He really attacked that ball very well and fairly, did Graham Wright. He's got the free kick. On the wing on the southern side. Collingwood start the final term, 40 points up. There's the kick by Wright, punched away by Bowick, who was behind. Comes down towards Christian. Player over the top of Christian. There's, I can't pick him from here, O'Donnell. Kick off the ground by Kickett. Collingwood have the numbers. It's all black and white TV there at the moment. The kick by Moore up towards half forward. Watson all front on tackle by Francis of Collingwood. And Timmy Watson's got the free kick on half-back flank. Collingwood 11-10, Essendon 5-6 in the first 90 seconds of the final term.
And Watson's efforts to lift his team since half-time have been sterling. He goes short to O'Donnell, who thought about playing on. The umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt, let him go back and kick. Up towards half-forward. Long runs onto it for Essendon. Kerrison shoulder to shoulder with him, though, and a ball up forced. And Kerrison, the late inclusion, when Alan Richardson couldn't take his place in the team, has certainly not been a weak link in that Collingwood 20. He's done a very good job. At the bounce, Madden versus Christian. Madden gets the knock to nobody, though. Gafer had it for a moment, lost it. Kerrison again spins out of the pack. Wobbly old kick doesn't go far. Reaches the centre. Watson runs onto it for Essendon. Pokes them into attack with a left-footed of Van der Haar, who looks tired and dispirited. It falls to Watson, who kept coming. Hand pass to Anthony Danaher. Long bomb to full forward. Who's there? Madden. Madden takes the mark. 20 metres out. Directly in front. And the veteran should kick the first goal of the last quarter as the clock reaches 2 minutes 40. And so, hope still alive for Essendon. If Madden could put this through, the difference back to 34 points, and he certainly shouldn't miss. Hunched over the ball in characteristic fashion. Comes in with that trusty left boot. Kicks and hits the post. Well, that perhaps says it all. Essendon 5-7-37, Collingwood 11-10-76.
That's what sort of day Simon's had, in fact Essendon's had, hitting the post from 20 yards out in front when it was really needed. It's a bad sign.
Collingwood by 39 points in the grand final. Kick in by Kerrison. Up goes Christian and takes a splendid mark. 4 players went for the ball at centre half-back. Michael Christian's marked. He'll look for Banks around the member side wing. Now he'll go short or too short. Meant for Mullane. Intercepted by Kickett, who's marked. So maybe another goal coming up for the Bombers with rebound football. Back in towards half-forward. Up goes Kelly. No mark. Kick off the ground by Buick. And it trickles the wrong way. And it's still in play, in fact. And in fact, Gaper helps it over. In fact, it hit the behind post. So in fact, there will be a boundary throw in. But Collingwood almost giving away a goal there with a short kick by Christian. 4 minutes in the final term. Boundary throw in.
Madden versus Christian in ruck. Madden front position. Neither does much. Harvey roves it. Kicks, tries to kick it goal. It goes straight across the face into the other pocket. Kerrison first there, watches it over the boundary line. And the throw-in will occur about 30 metres around from the behind post. So Harvey's snap went nowhere. In ruck, Madden versus Christian again. Madden loses balance, can't do anything effective. Kick it in with plenty of vigour. Toes it off the ground towards Buick. Nowhere to go him. Picked up by Russell. Tunnel kick out to the half-back flank. Bounces over the line for another throw-in. 4.5 minutes have gone in this final term. Essendon so far making no progress, and still it's the Magpies by 39 points.
Boundary throw in, left half forward flank, punt road goal. It'll be Bandahar in ruck there with Kelly. They lock arms. Kelly, they both go to ground. Picking up the ball is O'Donnell for Essendon. Intercepted, or the ball comes off the body of Mullane. Picked up by McGuan. Kicks up towards Monkhorst, who outmarks. No play on us to call. Monkhorst got a high tackle, but knocks it out towards Francis, hovering over the ball. Waiting for the loose ball to come out is Russell, but there'll be a ball up just wide of centre. So the Magpies have eroded 5 minutes of time in the final term. The Bombers have been into attack nearly all the time with no major result. 7 over the top of Monkhorst. Loose ball picked up by Gaper. Kicks towards Krasiska. Loose ball picked up by Banks. Hand passes to no one, but maybe on the end of it could be Russell. Coming out is Chris Danaher. Russell rides the bump. Kicks off the ground towards Francis. Francis, a hand pass to Barwick. Barwick 30 out, has missed. Oh, it's just snuck in for a behind. And Barwick just entering the shaded area of the MCG, so the sun wasn't a factor. And Dougie blazing away and has kicked it behind. His tally now 1 goal 3, and it's back to 40 points. Collingwood 11-11-77, Essendon 5-7-37, 6 minutes on the clock.
Terry Danaher gets a lead from Spawn, who's under pressure from Wright. Wright makes the spoil, but Spawn runs onto the spilling ball. Kicks Essendon into attack. Harvey in front. Good spoil Gaper to Mullane, who fumbles, then loses the runner, but in goes Harvey. Can't do any business. Pack forms. Ball up. 10 metres forward of the centre for Essendon. Still a goalless 6.25 minutes in this last quarter. Essendon trying to find one last run at Collingwood, but not looking like making it. Monkhorst and Salmon. Salmon wins, but straight to Morwood. Hand pass backwards to Kelly. Left foot kick towards the centre. Kick it trying to get under it. Can't. Runs onto the ball now. Tony Shaw brings him down. Ball spills free to Wright, who gives a hand pass to Gaper, who fumbles it. Under pressure now, but Shaw helps him out. Hand pass to McGuan. Here go the Magpies again. Spearing pass to Dacos. On the bounce. Loses the run of the ball. Taken away by Chris Danaher. Clearing kick out towards the southern wing. Essendon men come from everywhere. Ball bounces off a player in towards the centre. Tony Shaw overruns it. Very tired as the skipper. Gets it back. Hand pass to Russell. Puts Collingwood into attack again. No one can mark. At the front of the pack, Krasiska. 80 metres from goal still. He's tackled. Can't go anywhere. Pack forms. Ball up again. Between the centre and half-board lines for Collingwood. 7 minutes gone, and still it's the Dons by 40 points. Crackers.
Special attendance up there, 98,944.
On the ball up, knocked down by Salmon. Worry about that at the moment. Picked up there by Shaw. Short kick inside 50. Dacos is there, but punched away by Bomber Thompson. Dacos 60 metres out, lurking. Gives the hand pass to Krasiska. Krasiska kicks the ball, but it's a bad one. It comes off the body, in fact, of an Essendon player. It's only 40 metres out from Collingwood's goal. Craig, is that attendance quickly?
98,944.
Thank you. 8 minutes up on the time clock. Boundary throw in. Knocked down by Monkhorst. Picking up the ball is Russell, 60 out. Kicks the ball in towards the forward pocket. Use of the body by Collingwood. Terry Danaher can't mark. Brown is there. Brown picks up the ball. Knocks it out towards Dacos. Dacos applies a tackle on Bomber Thompson. He's tackled from all areas of the campus, and there'll be a ball up about 6 or 7 metres out from goal. Collingwood by 40 points, 77 to 37. A ball up on the point of the goal square here. The Pies into attack. The ball knocked away by Izzard, out towards centre half-back. Picked up by O'Donnell, but he lost it. Who's going to come onto the ball now? Picked up by Russell. Russell kicks in towards the forward pocket. Anthony Danaher doubling back. Mullane is there too. Mullane in front, trying to find the handle for the ball. In comes Kickett, but loses possession. Dacos comes in. He goes to ground. Kickett over his back. The ball knocked out of the pack there by Anthony Danaher. Russell puts his body in front of Watson. Loose ball picked up by the skipper, Tony Shaw. Threads a pass to Dougie. And Dougie with the chest almost bursting. He had it puffed out so much. Missed the ball and it bounced off his chest for a boundary throw.
Whitman can't partake of the action at the moment. At the throw in, Anthony Danaher leg gets a free kick. 9 minutes gone. Still no goal in the last quarter. The next one for Collingwood will seal it, if it's not already sealed. Danaher finds Grenbold. A hand pass to the running O'Donnell as the Dons build the attack. O'Donnell a long run. He's had 3 bounces. He gets to within 55. Kicks to full forward. Madden, goal! But there's a free kick Collingwood's way. A free kick against Madden for a push in the back. And Christian will take it in the last line of defence. Essendon deprived yet again. So at the 10-minute mark, still the Magpies by 40 points.
Kick in by Christian up towards centre half-back. Oh, kick it wide and takes a spectacular mark. He'll kick from about 60 metres out. Collingwood by 40 points. Derek Kickett, a magnificent marker for sure. A very short player. Goes for the foot pass in towards the pocket. And coming out is Harvey. And Harvey's mark, but will kick from about 48 out. He's about 15 metres in from the boundary at the punt road goal, left half forward flank. Collingwood 11-11-77. Essendon 5-7-37. And the clock beyond 10 minutes now in this final term. Mark Harvey, 45 metres out for the first goal of the final term. That's on its way. It's coming back, and it almost shaved the post, just on the wrong side, though, and through for an Essendon behind. The Pies by 39 points. 11-11 to Essendon 5-8.
They deserved a goal then. A magnificent mark by Kickett, and he should have won the benefit of a 50-metre penalty. Tony Shaw right in front of the umpire, held his shorts, wouldn't let him get back. They've paid them all day one way, and Essendon didn't get it. Ball back in play. Kelly takes a very good mark at half-back. Looks to work it along the wing and does towards Mullane. Salmon comes in against him but loses balance. Mullane knocks it on for Collingwood. Where are the Magpie runners? They're probably getting a bit weary. Banks goes in with plenty of courage. Can't control the ball. Picked up by Kickett, who hasn't stopped trying. Kicks it back to the wing. Anthony Danaher shields his eyes from the sun. Kicks it towards half forward with the left boot. But out comes Turner. Runs onto the ball. Bangs Collingwood back into attack. But it's all Essendon across half back. Izzard marks. Kicks to the centre where Long takes the mark. He goes down after marking, still no 50. Hand pass to Buick. Kick towards Madden, front position. He was mauled. No free kick there. I reckon the Bombers are hard done by here. All players go in really hard. Pack forms, ball up 30 metres from Essendon's goal. I think Essendon supporters might have something to complain about there. A couple of times they might have got a free kick or a couple of 50s, but nothing paid. And just when they need it, not getting the benefit of it from the men in white. Umpire Rich bounces. Madden and Christian. Christian knocks it clear of the pack. Long a chance for Essendon. Can't break clear though. And there will be another ball up 30 metres out from the Dons' goal. Not a goal in 12 minutes and 10 seconds of this last quarter. And the Magpies still 39-point leaders.
A ball up at centre half forward. Punt road goal. The Bombers into attack. Up they go in ruck. Madden knocks it further towards goal, but straight to Shane Morwood, who fumbles, then picks it up. Looks, he couldn't see anyone to pass it to, so he kicks right across the half-back line. Good erosion of time. The ball's still in play. Now it trickles over in front of Anthony Danaher. 12.5 minutes in the final term. Collingwood 77. O'Donnell, but it was too full for him and too quick. O'Donnell, who has cramped a couple of times, only slightly in the game. He had a good run a short time ago where he bounced the ball 3 or 4 times. Boundary throw in same position. Up goes Salmon, knocks it down behind the pack. Who's there? I saw Grenbold. Long being grabbed there by Kerrison. Comes out of the pack across the half-forward line for Essendon. Coming through is Kransberg. Tackled beautifully by Morwood. Gets a fresh air kick. Picked up there by Anthony Danaher. Hand pass intercepted by Morwood. Handball on towards Kelly. Kelly sees Monkhorst on half-back, and the big fellow dives for it. Sliding on his knees in the last second to take the mark. He plays on, finds himself in trouble, and kicks the ball out of bounds. No, it was touched. Luckily for him. He tried to play on. He saw a couple of options. He got over anxious, the young fellow.
I've told him not to be too smart.
Well, he gets around the cones when he plays on a training, Crackers.
And lucky for him, it came off the hands of Gary O'Donnell. Boundary throwing up on the wing, on the member side, and there'll be a ball up. Good time erosion by Collingwood. A tick under 14 minutes in the final term. 11-11-77. Essendon 5-8-38.
It's a bit like the 15th round of the first Ali Frazier fight. They're both too tired to knock each other out, and the Magpies have done enough early in the fight to have it won. Tony Shaw picks it up from the ball up. Under pressure, kicks out to the boundary line, and it's over again. Essendon still in attack. Collingwood very tired, but their lead is 39 points, and surely they couldn't lose it from here. Somerville brings it down to the back, taken by Grenbold. No one there for the hand pass. Bad kick, but Spawn marks it. 40 out directly in front. He gets bumped to the ground, and again the Essendon fans want 50, but it's not on. Spawn directly in front and 40 out to cut the margin to 33. I reckon if Essendon could kick 2 or 3, they could send the fear of the Lord into 75,000 Collingwood supporters here at the MCG. As Spawn kicks at goal, and it looks good. No, it clipped the post. Another poster. 2 posters in this final term to the Dons. Collingwood 11-11-77, Essendon 5-9-39.
The punt road goal up towards centre half back. Well, Tony Shaw, Collingwood's only option. The ball spills behind the pack. There's going to be a free kick to Essendon to be taken by Kickett, who plays on. Then a hefty left foot kick in towards full forward. Up goes Christian, or that was Turner. Nuisance value, and he has been penalised, Turner. Free kick will go to Madden, who should have kicked the first goal of the final term. He still might, but the first opportunity came very early in, and now we're beyond 15 and a half minutes. Madden goalless today. Only 5 kicked by Essendon. They're 39 to Collingwood 77. In the sunshine, punt road goal. Madden, drop punch. Oh, he kicks it to the man on the mark. It comes back to Buick, grabbed by Turner, who's made amends for that error. Tony Shaw knocks it down towards Christian. It's 20 out for Essendon's goal. It'll be run over by Kerrison at will. And behind, a rush, forced behind, delivered by Shane Kerrison. So Collingwood now lead by 38 points. Collingwood 11-11-77, Essendon 5-9, 5-10-40, 16 minutes in the final term.
Ball back in play. Somerville against Kelly, brings it down towards O'Donnell, who goes back inboard towards Anthony Danaher, who does well. He beats off Monkhorst. He unloads from 60. Madden a chance again, 3 against him. At the fall is Turner, gets clear, tackled by Long, kicks off the ground, straight to Kickett, swings it back towards goal. High ball won't carry. All Collingwood, and the mark taken in the square by Christian. As the Dons just can't find the way home, and shades of 83 for Simon Madden. A couple of humiliating mistakes late in the day. At the ball lands on the half-back line for Collingwood. In goes Watson, pushed in the back is the ruling. But the Essendon skipper takes a rather fortunate free kick inside the 50, and he's hurt, he's cramped. So he mightn't be able to take the kick. Both teams very tired, not operating efficiently. But Essendon, to their credit, still in there trying.
Looking at Lee Matthews to our right here, Tim, he had a little right look at the time clock, which is extended past 17 minutes.
37 points the difference. So the Bombers need to kick 6 goals at least, and a couple of behinds. And at this stage of proceedings, one would imagine that that would be impossible. They've kicked 5 in 3.5 quarters. As Watson can't take the kick, Spawn will take it for him. From just outside 50, goes long. Has he got the distance? He hasn't. Madden up. It might have carried. There's a push in the back by Madden, who went crashing into the pack, and he is having a nightmare of the last quarter. The free kick goes to Christian, who feeds a hand pass out to Kelly in the back pocket. He delivers out to the half-back flank. Gafer goes the spoil and brings the ball to ground, and then paddles it out to the boundary line and over for a throw-in as the Magpies hold control in this last term. 18 minutes gone, a goalless quarter still.
Boundary throw in on that southern side wing. Madden knocks it down, but straight to Russell of Collingwood. The Magpies haven't been forward much in the last 8 or 10 minutes, but the kick by Russell is just dribbles off his boot, but gains Collingwood about 20 metres. It's out of bounds, right on that southern side wing. O'Donnell cramping out there. Boundary throw in. Monkhorst palms it down. Who to Russell, although Izard is there. Gets it over the shoulder from Russell, and Alan Izard will get the free kick. Collingwood 11-11, Essendon 5-10. Collingwood just 10 minutes away from glory. The kick by Izard up towards half forward, off the hands of Madden. Behind the pack is McGuan. Kicks into the centre where it's marked by Tony Shaw. Hand pass on towards right. He's got some run in his legs. He's had 2 bounces. Runs away from Spawn. Kicks in towards Dacos. Oh, he lifted his head, Dacos. The ball went past. Picked up there by Bomber Thompson. Hand pass to Terry Danaher. Comes out towards the member side. Spawn waits for the bounce. Coming in is Bowick. Hip and shoulder Bowick. The ball knocked out of the pack. Kicked by Kerrison into inside 50. Picked up by Kickett. He's grabbed by Krasiska. Dacos lurking for the ball. It comes out to Tony Shaw. Bowick can seal it. Handball to Banks. Side steps. Handball back towards Bowick. He can seal it. He does. He does. Bowick has sealed it at the 20-minute mark in the final term. The Pies are home. They lead by 43 points.
And into attack. Long one, Salmon and Christian. Christian's got Salmon out of position. Controls the ball well. Delivers to Mullane on the half-back flank. And the Magpie fans are rejoicing. We've crossed the 20-minute mark and the flag has won at last. The kick towards the wing. O'Donnell onto the ball for Essendon. Chips a pass too far for Anthony Danaher. Off his hands to Mullane, who kicks along the wing towards Banks. Can't take the mark. Brzezinski Rhodes. He's in trouble. Tackled by Hamilton. And the ball spills over the boundary line for a throw-in. Right in front of the members. Up towards Collingwood's right half-forward flank. The Magpies by 43 points. 21 minutes gone.
Boundary throw-in. 60 out from Collingwood's goal. The ruckman miss it. Knocked on by Gafer. Picked up by Izard. Kicks into the body of Bowick. It comes off Francis. I don't think Francis is all that well. I don't think he's been playing all that well since half-time. Collingwood 12-11. Essendon 5-10. The Pies fans have been guarded. They didn't want to rejoice after what's happened to them over the last 32 years. But now they know it's theirs. Russell kicks them forward again. A chance for Dacos, but no. Picked up by Bomber Thompson. Clears the ball from centre half back. Up towards Anthony Danaher, outmarks Turner. Plays on quickly. Runs through the centre. Long and direct. Up towards Christian and Salmon. The ball spills behind. Christian will probably have the speed. They both know Christian goes to ground. Salmon working towards the boundary. Tries to keep it in. Can't do so, although the boundary umpire is a long way away. So the goal umpire helps out. A boundary throw in. Left forward pocket. Punt road goal. This match coming to you on 3LO, Melbourne's #1 football station. Collingwood 83, Essendon 40, 22 minutes in almost.
Kelly versus Madden. It falls to Watson, can't shrug a tackle, hand pass goes nowhere. Kerrison gets a hand pass to Mullane, who threads his way clear and bursts off half-back, kicks towards the wing. Banks can't get to the ball before it bounces over the line. But that's good enough for the Maggie supporters, and there are plenty of them in the members, I can tell you. What are they doing in there, you might ask? 22.25 minutes gone. The quarter will only go about 26 minutes. And so the moment of ultimate joy and fulfilment for the Magpies is only about 3 or 4 minutes away. Monkhorst gets the knock, straight to Izard though. Short kick forward for Essendon. Running onto the ball, Kelly, ever courageous for the Magpies. Holds the Dons up, and a ball up is forced. Out towards Essendon's, or towards the centre line. Almost 23 minutes gone now, and the ball between the centre of the ground and the members' wing.
Collingwood 12-11, Essendon 5-10. From the ball up, knocked down by Somerville. Long is outnumbered there by Kerrison and Mullane, but does pretty well. The ball goes to Kerrison. He goes to ground, though, and the umpire again will come in and call for a bounce. It's been a fairly defensive quarter by Collingwood, really, because they've worked the ball towards the boundary a lot, and their tackling has been rewarded with a lot of ball-ups. From that ball-up, Monkhorst knocks it down to Izard. Kick doesn't travel far. Picked up by a tired Timmy Watson. Kicks up towards half-forward. Gafer punches the ball out towards the boundary. Kerrison being held by Long when he didn't have the ball. Tony Shaw appealing for a free kick because it came off someone's boot. But there'll be a boundary throw-in. They're starting to rejoice. 23.5 minutes in the term. Knocked down by Somerville. Buick knocks it out towards Kickett, being harassed by a couple of Collingwood players. Long's got the ball on 50. Handball out towards Grenbold. Kicks the ball in towards full forward. But Morwood takes a superb mark, running with the flight of the ball. The Pies by 43 points.
And the Dons are going to kick the lowest grand final score since Collingwood kicked just 2 goals, 2 in 1960. Kick out to Christian at the half-back flank. He kicks short and finds Turner. Collingwood in control. The premiership is theirs. At last, kick towards the wing. Krasiska and Hamilton. Good tackle by the Essendon man. But McGuan there to assist for Collingwood. One way, then the other. Then a centering kick towards Francis, who takes the mark. He juggled it as it bounced off his chest. He centres from the lane. He's got a corridor almost to himself. Anthony Danaher to beat. He knocks it past Danaher, but Danaher meets him shoulder to shoulder and wins the physical exchange. He runs onto the ball. He's under pressure. Still a chance for Collingwood. Picked up for the Magpies by Brown. Hand pass backwards to Mullane. Short kick to Tony Shaw. He's out at the 50. He couldn't kick that distance. But then again in the VFA last Sunday, Billy Swan did.
They call him Jam Pot in the Collingwood Council because he can't kick over one.
Goes short to Monkhorst, who marks and crackers. He might have a moment of glory here. 40 metres out directly in front. As the clock ticks towards 25 minutes, the Magpies in front by 43 points. The grand final is theirs. There'll be a big roar if Monkhorst can kick this, and an even bigger one in about a minute's time as the flag signals that, the siren signals that first flag since 1958. In comes Monkhorst. Kicks to the scoreboard goal. The Magpies by 49 points.
I'm not sure if I can call the last couple of minutes, Tim.
26 gone. The Magpies are home by 49 points. And Lee Matthews and Alan McAllister embrace now. They've brought the flag back to Collingwood. At the bounce of the ball, the Magpies work at 15 metres. Taken by Anthony Danaher. Puts the Dons into attack to half forward. Bounce beats everybody. Running at it, Simon Madden, who's had a wretched last quarter. And he falls face first into the dust. And that sums it up. Taken away by Christian. Kicks with the left boot to half back. Turner takes the mark for Collingwood. Chips a pass to Shaw. The captain, who's had 32 possessions. He chips a pass to Wright. They are rejoicing. It's a Magpie stronghold over in the southern stand. And they cheer as Graham Wright boots them to half forward. It bounces inside the line. No, it doesn't. It crossed the line. It's an Essendon free kick, and it will be taken on half back by the man who's copped a lot of derision today, Terry Danaher.
Pies by 49 points. Kicked by Danaher around that southern wing. Up they go. Marked by Monkhorst. Yes, it is. Plays on quickly. Kicks the ball in towards half forward. It's on the bounce. Getting there first, Izzard. Handball across to Anthony Danaher. Under pressure. Handball back towards Harvey. Harvey from centre half back. And a good mark is taken there by Grenbold. Through the centre he goes. The Bombers go up towards centre half forward. Christian knocks the ball behind. There is Kelly. Paddling the ball in front of Simon Madden. Paddling the ball out towards the boundary. Harrison Shepherds. Long is there too. It's close to the boundary line. Kelly knocks it out towards Jamie Turner. Kickett comes in, puts his body in front, looks for a free kick. It's 40 out from the Bombers' goal, and the umpire will call for a bounce. 27 3/4 minutes in the final term. Collingwood by 49 points. They're waiting for the siren to go. We haven't been hearing the siren at the quarter, half and three-quarter time breaks here. But we'll know very shortly. From the ball up, it's picked up there by McGuan. An up and under kick. Play on is the call. Gaper punches the ball away. Maud helps it towards goal. And Wright will run it over for a behind to Essendon to give Collingwood the lead by 8 goals in this 1990 grand final. Collingwood 13-11-89. Essendon 5-11-41.
Lee Matthews with an arm around James Manson and the other arm around Craig Starcevich. Down inside the fence. They've brought the flag to Collingwood. A short kick back into play and Mullane marks it in the back pocket. As the siren must only be seconds away. Smooth, do you want the last few seconds?
OK, Tim. Half-back flank, Collingwood. Collingwood by 48 points at the MCG. to win their first flag in 32 years. And it's taken 11,704 days to get it. Collingwood 13-11-89. Essendon 5-11-41. Crackers, your reaction? Just a quick one.
I haven't got any reaction at the moment.
Tommy Hafey.
Well, I just think it's so fantastic for Alan McAllister, Ronnie Richards, all those people have been working so hard there behind the scenes. They've done everything right, Collingwood, to their supporters. Absolutely fantastic.
Collingwood 13-11-89. Essendon 5-11-41. And the Bombers sitting just about 20 metres up from their race in the sunlight here. They're seated, they're tired, they're spent. And there's still a lot of expending to do for the Collingwood players tonight. Lee Matthews, a rare show of emotion. Hand up in the air, fisting the air.
Smooth, the last time he was here, involved on grand final day, they cheered him off in tears. His team had lost to Essendon. And 5 years later, he's led Collingwood into the promised land after all those years. And so that day of negative emotion for Matthews is more than compensated for now as he takes Collingwood to that long-awaited flag.
And Tim, just a brief word, talking about the promised land. To all those Collingwood supporters who have passed on since 1958, God bless you all.
There's so many born since the mid-1950s. If you were born in 55, you were 3 when they won the flag. So many, 35, 40 years old now, who either can't remember or were so young that they barely do. And finally they have their day. Tony Shaw being hoisted up as they're playing good old Collingwood forever. And the man whose brother captained them into a grand final, Tony Shaw, might well win the Norm Smith medal to cap it off too, because he was sensational, particularly in the first half when it had to be won. Repeating, Collingwood 13-11-89 has beaten Essendon 5-11-41 by 48 points. And at last, the Magpies have won their 14th flag. So it's now Carlton 15, Collingwood and Essendon both on 14, breathing down the necks of the Blues.
We'll be crossing down to the rooms in about 5 or 10 minutes. For Collingwood, 2 goals to Dacos, 97 for the season. 2 each to Russell, 2 each to Krasiska, Brown and Barwick. Singles to Monkhorst, Starcevich and McGuan. And for Essendon, Salmon 2, and singles to Kickett, Somerville and Grenvold.
Crackers, have you got a comment yet?
Oh, I just had a bit of a cry. It's just, well, 5 years, you know, 5 years. We started, there was nothing there. We had to clean out. Which worked the guts out. People at the start of the year said we weren't going anywhere. We got cleaned up in the practice games, cleaned up in the first game, and all of a sudden we've found the faith. And it's just been absolutely great.
Commission Chairman Ross Oakley now speaking to the crowd, and the presentation's about to start.
We've now won the first premiership under the new AFL banner. Congratulations. To present the Norm Smith medal to the best player on the ground, we have Frank Bluey Adams, a great Melbourne champion, a player of 6 premierships. We welcome Frank to the dais. The winner of the Norm Smith medal, surprisingly, Tony Shaw.
What a day for the Collingwood skipper. The first since Murray Wiedemann to do it, and he wins the Norm Smith medal as well.
To present the premiership trophy and medallions to the winning team, Dr. John Hamilton is here representing the Hamilton family, the son of the late great Collingwood player Jack Hamilton.
And this must be a powerfully emotional moment for John Hamilton, whose father Jack, or people from other parts of Australia who might know, was tragically killed in a car accident early this year.
Collingwood players have waited for so long. The presentation of the premiership medallions. First of all, let's call up number 1, Damien Monkhorst.
What a great game. 16
What a great
possessions,
game
12
from the big
picks,
fella.
7 marks and 4 hand passes. Damien Monkhorst.
Number 2, Tony Francis.
Hampered by injury, it seemed, in the second half of the match. 14 possessions, 9 kicks,
Let's
and
hear
5
it for
hand
number
passes.
3, Michael Gaffer.
10 possessions, but he gave nothing away, as prudent as ever. 7 kicks, 1 mark and 3 hand passes.
Number 7, Shane Morwood.
Great game by the sure-handed and footed defender after a nervous start. 16 possessions.
Number
and as
12,
ever, plenty of
what a
handballs, 9 of them.
performance, Dennis Banks.
The veteran